Welcome to another episode of the Banner Report podcast, starring Cody Adams and Steve Crowley. Welcome back to another episode of the Banner Report podcast, starring your hosts, Cody Adams and Steve Crowley. We are coming to you live, well, not live because this is recorded, but we're coming to you on March 18th of 2023. Your Boston Celtics are playing the Utah Jazz on an extended road trip. They're in Utah tonight at 9 p.m., tip at 9:10 p.m., technically. Steve, how are you?
Good. It's a late night libations is what this is.
Yeah, it's Saturday, and we're approaching 30s at a rapid pace, so I guess this is just life now. I used to go out on the weekends, have fun. I don't know if you used to or not, but I definitely used to. And I've been in a relationship for a very long time at this point, and I live with my girlfriend, so there's not much for me to do other than watch sports and lose money gambling and record podcasts and me talking about my nonsense on podcasts. But
two of the greatest pastimes of all time.
Gambling and sports?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, tell that to my bank account when I just fucking lost so much money on the UFC fights today, the Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards fight.
Oh, you can't bet on combat sports.
I can. Actually, I can bet on it. I shouldn't, is what you're saying.
But, like, you can't. It's all so dirty and nobody knows what the hell's going on. Everybody knows that.
I thought Usman got jobbed a little bit, but there was Leon Edwards committed 4 fouls, including kicking him in the nutbag twice. And so, I don't know. I thought it was just a little hometown cooking, but that's besides the point. Yeah, Tatum's gearing up here. They're about to tip in Utah. Steve, what's your predictions for this game?
My prediction is those Utah Jazz jerseys are absolute fuego.
Yeah, they're the old school, Karl Malone from last episode. The Karl Malone jersey.
The redacted.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. I can't think of another player they played with. I wasn't born yet.
It was the QAnon over there, and then
I didn't want to include him either.
Who's the dude that Jordan crossed over?
Craig Elo?
No,
that's the Cavs. Damn it.
I can't remember the fucking guy's name. But
yeah, not important. But if you had to take
the only thing he kind of did in his career.
Yeah, if you had to take Boston's favorite at 4.5 points, the over/under is 233 total points. So if you had to put money on that side, what would you do?
I went under, and I think the Jazz cover. To be honest, you're down 3 starters tonight.
The Celtics are?
Yeah.
No, Al. It's the second night of a back-to-back, so Al Horford's he's not playing because Blake's in.
Yeah, they just showed the injury report. Horford's out, Williams is out, Smart's out. Then you got Peyton Pritchard's out, which doesn't really mean anything because he doesn't play, and Danilo Gallinari is obviously still out. So
yeah, it's tough sledding here.
On the Jazz side, they got no Sexton and they got no Clarkson tonight.
That's good news. That's 2 of their best scorers.
That's good for us, but that's not good for the over.
No, agreed. So
it's 233. Both teams got to score about a buck. No. Yeah, about a buck.
116. Yeah, 116, 117. Yeah. With Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown being your primary ball handlers and Derek White, it's not going to really bode well. Whatever the turnover number is going to be, I would take it. Total team turnover is probably going to go through the roof.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's what they're banking on in Vegas. Larry Markkinen might be most improved player of the year, to be honest.
Oh, I don't think it's a debate. I
don't know enough about the league, but I know that he's been on fire though.
Well, John Morant won it last year.
Which was dumb.
But no, I mean, I get listen, he was most improved. He's he was a top 10. He is a top 10 star in the league, and he wasn't the year before. So it's pretty big improvement from being a good player to a top 10.
Top 15 to go to top 10?
No, he wasn't top 15 the year before. He was top 20. He was definitely probably the most famous young guy besides Tatum in the league. But so having said that, if history is any indicator, it's probably going to be SGA.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to keep with that pace, but I like keeping most improved player for a guy that you has actually put the work in the off season and wasn't projected to get that much better. Like SGA was a top 14 pick.
Yeah, but so is Laurie
John
Markkinen.
Morant, yeah, but nobody expected him. This is late in his career. Was it like 5, 6 years into his career, and then all of a sudden he's blowing up for almost 28 a game or something like that.
Yeah, but he's like 25. He's not that old. He's like this. Yeah, I
Well,
think you're.
he's past where like you expect the guy to be going making that big of a jump.
Well, listen. I think what you're trying to say is that the story on him was really bad coming out of like Chicago and all that. Like he was like basically written off. He was on a team before the Jazz.
Yeah,
Who was he on?
he was on Chicago.
Yeah, he was definitely on Chicago. That's who drafted him. But who was he on in between that? Can't remember.
Who drafted him? Because if Chicago drafted him, then he went straight from Chicago to Jazz. That's a big three by Grant Williams. Love seeing that happen.
Tables have turned. I think I'm behind. What's the score in your thing right now?
9-4.
No, so the Bulls did draft him, but he played for Cleveland in 21 and 22 season.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
And then he got traded again. So
yeah,
like a
those are
guy's
probably
been
looking pretty
traded
dim.
twice, and now all of a sudden he's putting up bigger numbers. Like,
Yeah, he's an all-star this year.
yeah, if he made an All Star team, like that's the most improved player right there. It's not like was John Morant a second overall pick in the league?
Yeah, I believe so. That sounds right.
Like he's projected to make a leap every year.
Yeah,
Like
I
nobody's
mean,
giving Tatum a most improved player in the second year. Nobody's giving Tatum a most improved player this year when he's averaging 30 a game now.
well, I mean, if you were going to give it to Tatum any year, it would have been last year. But this year it makes sense because I mean, he's taken a
He's an
step
MVP
forward. He's an
rating.
MVP. He was, and yeah, he's not
Yeah,
anymore, but
no,
he definitely was for a
top
majority of the
five,
season.
top five MVP this year though.
Yeah,
Well, right now it's
two
the
bigs.
Giannis and the Embiids and the Jokic's that are really taking over in that
Yeah, I
race.
get. Who do you think's going to win it?
I have no idea to be honest.
Dude, I think it's going to be JoJo's year.
You think he's got it this year?
I
There's a
thought he should
lot
have
of
had it last
hate
year.
coming out. There's a lot of hate coming out for Jokic, even though he's averaging a triple double on 60, 40, 80 right now.
I don't think there's. Listen, I don't think there's a bad choice. I
No,
think
like you
you
pick
could
one of those
see
three. Like
any of them could win it, and you know, I guess if you had to say who's the most valuable, it's Giannis, right? Like he's technically the most valuable because he is the team. And I guess they're all the team, right? They're all the versus, but like Giannis is a championship contender. I don't think definitely nobody has the Sixers as a contender this year. They're a good team. They're a playoff team.
some
And
people have the Sixers as a contender.
okay, anybody outside of Philadelphia, they're not. They're not. Until James Harden proves me wrong, but
That's true.
history is going to say no. And the Nuggets are the best team in the West, but I don't. I think people are sleeping on them heavy,
People are.
and I think that's for a
People like to
reason.
bring
They
up.
have
People like to bring
underperformed.
up their. Yeah, for what the last like 4 games they've had a little streak. Like
No, they have
they
underperformed in the
still like
playoffs before.
in the playoffs. Well, I mean, like last year it was just Jokic. Like
No Jamal
Michael Porter
Murray.
was injured, Jamal Murray was injured, and they still made it to the second round. I think before they lost to the Warriors.
Listen, I
And
mean,
the Warriors were
Giannis
throwing
won a
4 guys at Jokic at one point.
Giannis won a championship with Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. Now I know he had them, but like he's not leading the dream team to a championship.
I mean, that's a lot better than whoever the backups were for Denver last year.
Agreed. But
That's way better. Those are like Drew Holiday's a lockdown defender, and Chris Middleton is a serviceable third option.
I know it's a regular season reward, or sorry, award, and they're not going to take this into factor. But like, I really think they're going to be looking at who's going to lead their team, who has the best chances of winning the chip, and it's the Bucks. It's definitely the Bucks.
Well, yeah. So if you're gonna bring in postseason shortcomings, and your boy Joel Embiid's never gonna win one. Never even made an Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, no, yeah, you can't take. I mean, you can't take them into account, but like, I think it's like at the time they're making the choice, they're looking ahead at who's like going to be
Who's a
You know,
favorite to win?
yeah, out of those three. I mean, even tacitly, that's probably going to come into, and it shouldn't because it's a regular season reward, but it's going to come into play when they're deciding.
Mhm.
Um,
That should never come into play, to be honest. It's a regular season award. It's also very strange because like MVP should go to the best player, but the best player often doesn't win it. Oh God, the fuck are we doing?
I hear you. But, like, okay, so who's the best player out of those three?
It's Giannis. I think
Well,
it's
there you
Giannis.
go.
I think like on a night to night basis, the way it's just the defense is really what changed it for Giannis over
Yeah, Jokic
Jokic
isn't the best
because
defender.
Jokic isn't the best of it. I mean, his clutch defensive numbers on that team are like top five in the league, which is wild. But he is the best offensive player by leaps and bounds over the rest of that team or the rest of those three.
Is that true? Embiid's leading the league in scoring.
Yeah, but the efficiency that Jokic does it with, and also the assist numbers that he puts up, he's averaging a triple double right now. Nobody's talking about it, and he's shooting 60% from the field, 40% from three, and 80% from the line. Like that's wildly efficient.
So you're saying Embiid's probably the third one out on that, and I think he's probably going to win it.
I think he's third. I know if I had a vote, it'd probably be for Giannis.
Yeah,
But I
it's
mean, he's
we're
been
gonna
hurt a
this.
lot this year though too, so that's another weird thing.
Yeah, longevity is definitely going to play a factor. I think too. Whoever just plays more games, whoever does what they're doing in more games, I guess. And Giannis has already got that going against them.
Yeah, the only one out of three of them that doesn't miss games is Jokic.
How many games has Embiid missed this year, though?
He's missed a bunch. He was out with a hamstring thing for a while. He was out with he got hurt right before All Star break too, so he didn't even play in the All Star game. I don't think.
I'm just looking that up real quick.
I think he's missed 15, 16 games, something like that. Just talking about my ass. Who the fuck knows?
He's played 56 games this year. He hasn't missed that many.
Well, how many games have the Sixers played?
60, 60. I don't know.
40
Stat
and
Muse.
22 is 70 games they've played this year. I'm looking at they actually just happened to pull up the records for the East right now, and they're 48 and 22. So they played 70 games, and he's played 58.
70 games, he's played 58. That's not
So
good.
he's missed a dozen, and he's still got a dozen to go.
And what about what about
Joker,
Jokic? Yeah, Jokic.
I think he's probably missed 7 or 8 games. But I mean,
Damn,
Giannis has missed
the
probably about a
most.
dozen too, dozen, 15 games. But the Bucks have just been together and have such a good team over there that it doesn't matter if Giannis doesn't play half the time.
Yeah, Jokic just played 62 games. So we're talking about a marginal difference of like 4 games
4 games so far, yeah. And like after you get
so
past
far.
like once there's 3 or 4 games left in the season, I stop caring about how many games they play because guys are gonna start sitting just based on seeding and just based on like, all right, we've already clinched, we can't really get any better.
Well, listen, that's going to cost you your MVP. I don't know if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, also like Jokic doesn't care about MVP, which makes me kind of want to vote for him. If I had
Yeah,
a
he
vote,
didn't
he's
care
like,
about
yeah, I
the All
don't
Star
care
game
about
at
it.
all.
No,
He
none of
said
them care
like,
about the All Star game.
well, no, I think some people care. Tatum cared. He scored 55 points. He set the
Yeah,
record.
I mean, he wanted the Kobe award because Kobe was his guy, but like other than that, like nobody cares about actually playing in the All Star game.
I mean, Jokic said it. He like shouldn't even be in the game. He's like, he was the last pick. The MVP of the league was the reigning MVP and probably a third time reigning MVP was the last pick in the All Star game. And he's like, yeah, I should have been. I shouldn't be here.
Hey, it's like how they say, styles make fights. Like
I mean, it is such a joke of a game. It's funny.
Tatum is a better player than Jaylen Brown, but I was more excited to see Jaylen Brown in the All Star game. I know Tatum ended up setting the record and everything, but Brown's game just looks better in the All Star game. Breakaway dunks.
Yeah,
What
he's a
can you
better
do
athlete.
athletically? Like, let's get a steal and get out and run with it. Like, Tatum's not going to do any of that.
Yeah.
That's not Tatum's game. He's breaking you down.
Well, last week he was running with the ball. Yesterday he was running with the ball against the Trailblazers, and he went off for the 30 points or whatever. He had a
He
great
got to the
game.
line a lot last night.
It was like that was like the Celtics all year have been playing before the All Star break. Like they rolled the Trailblazers, and it took a Herculean effort by Damian Lillard to even get it close, and even then they didn't get within striking range.
Playing with pace and space. That's why the Celtics need to play.
Another thing, Grant Williams, he's showing out. He's hitting clutch threes here. His defense, he won you a game last week or at the beginning of this week. With his defense and just being in the right place at the right time. His hustle plays. But all in all, he's been having a tough season. What the hell? Like, what is going on with him?
He's got a little elbow shoulder thing going on. He dislocated his shoulder one game, popped it back in,
Oh God.
and that was a while ago. It was like a month or two ago, and that never ends up being right for the rest of the season. So you can get like fully healthy and rest on it.
Did
He's got a
Tatum have an
weird
elbow
thing with
thing
his
last
elbow.
year?
He's got a wrist thing. He
Wrist
still wears
thing.
the wrist wrap with the thumb, but it's that. It's the pressure of the contract year for Grant. Trying to fit back in, thinking that everything's gonna go the same as last year, trying to show off a couple extra things that he worked on this offseason. Like, we just need you to gun from three and
He
play
doesn't
some
really
defense.
possess a great dribbling. He doesn't possess a really great offensive game when he's not catching or shooting. That's something
He's
that's in it.
decent
He
at
could get
driving
it.
kick. He's decent at driving kick, but he's just trying to do too much. That floater's not happening. He's not Euro stepping. Like,
Yeah,
if
he
you want
doesn't
to
have
drive the
much of a
ball,
bag.
swing it, like, go. Like, I'm fine with that, but we need you to shoot the three first before you can drive the closeout, because right now they're not even closing out that hard on you.
Yeah, I think he really wanted to show out this year for that. There's the lofty figure of 20 million, right? That's what he wants to get.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a $20 million a year guy?
So somebody is. I don't know about the Celtics.
I don't know if he is. I don't know if he
Somebody
could
will
be a
pay that.
$20 million a year guy but not have any offense.
He still shooting 40% from three. Like, as bad as we're talking about him, he shoots 40% from three, and he plays
Is that what
really
he's
good
hitting right
defense.
now? I would
Yeah.
say he was shooting lower.
No, it's at like right around 40. It's a wild stat because he stopped like taking good ones. That was an absolutely filthy move by Jaylen Brown. We might have
You
to
know,
pause the podcast. I'm gonna change my pants after that one. Holy shnikes!
I'm behind you, so I'm not seeing it.
Watch it. You better watch.
But it's always funny in every single podcast I do, all my Zoom meetings and everything. All you can hear in the background is Kim's trumpet nose. Her nose just starts running like a faucet. She has to blow it.
I was
It's
listening to
crazy.
this. I was listening to this really good podcast the other day, the Masterminds podcast.
Shout out to the
Oh my god,
masterminds.
somebody was actually jamming out in the background of somebody's audio, and I wonder who that was.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You can hear Kim in the background, like actually jamming out to something or watching a movie or something. Every
I
once in a
don't.
while,
I didn't
it would just
listen.
eep through, and it'd be like, "Oh, there's Kim. Kim's home."
Yeah, yeah, that's probably it.
I
The
know it
uh,
wasn't Jimmy.
the
Jimmy's quiet.
the unintended third host of the podcast, whatever
Mm-hmm.
the fuck Kim is doing. Was that the movie you're talking about? That was nice, right off the dribble. Whew.
The double between the legs cross and do the layup.
Mm-hmm.
That was sick. I'm far ahead of you.
Yeah, I am on the Fubo. That's always the downside. As long as this cable, that's really the biggest like detractor of having non-cable is that you're just like fuck. You're like a second or two behind the action. And unfortunately, when you watch sports, that's what matters.
Yeah. I mean, granted, like as long as you're not like actively looking at Twitter while you're watching the game, that second or two doesn't really mean shit. But
Yeah. Jalen's been playing really well
right.
since the break. I feel like he's been our best player, and it hasn't been close.
He's pushing for that All NBA. If he makes All NBA, he can get an extra $30-something million on his contract.
Good, he should get
He
it.
can get the super max. Yeah, he deserves it. The guy's a killer. I am so upset right now that Luke Cornett is playing minutes.
He's been playing. So, what did you expect to happen? There's no Robert.
You
When Robert
have
Williamson's not in, he's our fourth center.
Yeah, well, you also just traded for Mike Muscala, and he doesn't play for some reason.
He's in there right now. Oh, you're talking about when like yesterday.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they got Mikey out there.
Yeah,
They
he's out
got
there right now.
J. They got JP Malcolm and the Whites out here.
He takes Al Horford's minutes.
Muscala?
Yeah.
He should. He's a stretch big. That's what you need. Your
Right.
offense can still do the same things with Mike Muscala on the floor as they can with Al Horford.
And Cornette's the biggest guy in the team, so he plays that traditional five role.
Yeah.
And some would say not well. I think he's fine for what he is. You hate him. But I think he's fine for what he is, which is just a giant body and six fouls and the occasional alley oop. Not
So
really a good rim protector though.
yeah,
He seriously lacks
he,
that.
bro, he was giving up and ones to Jose Alvarado. Like that just
Jose
drives me up a
Alvarado is the
wall.
size of my co-host on the Masterminds podcast, James Sampson.
Yeah. You know they don't make caskets small enough for Jimmy?
No,
Since
I
he wants
didn't.
to make jokes about them not making caskets big enough for me on the Masterminds
No, they
podcast.
do make they do make
I remember Jimmy.
they do
Take
make
notes.
coffins small enough for him. They're just in the kids aisle. All right, I've entered the fray. I'm
Oh
gonna be catching
god.
shots, but
Yeah, they were real popular back in the plague days. A booming business, one would say.
damn, Jimmy's gonna be mad if he ever hears that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how avid of a listener he is, huh?
We're gonna have to entice him and be like, "Damn, Steve says something really fucked up about you. You're gonna have to listen. We're not gonna tell you when."
We're gonna have to start saving that for the end of the pod. Get somebody listen to all the minutes of the pod. We'll start monetizing this shit.
So right now, Celtics are up 10 points, 29-19. They're playing well. I think they're playing well. They're hitting their shots. There's a magical number here. When the Celtics hit 40% or above from three, they're 27-0 now.
Is that it?
I
That's a
think.
big
I
number.
think. Well, yesterday I think they hit above 40%. That would push them to 27-0 when they're 40.
Math
When
would
they're
add up
40%
for
or above.
that. The amount of threes that we take, if you're going to shoot 40%, like you're going to start killing teams. It
Well,
doesn't
they
matter how bad
weren't
your defense.
coming out of the break. They definitely weren't. And that's why I think we were about 500. You know.
They're showing Jalen Brown stats right now: 26.8 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 3.3 assists.
Pretty
27,
good.
7, and 3. Like that was pretty sweet.
Not bad for your second option.
Yeah. There has been talk
Hopefully he
about him
can.
leaving.
Who?
There has been talk about him leaving though.
Oh yeah, but that's been for years now.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to ramp up. He did an interview on the New York Times last week before the Houston game.
I saw
Talking
that. I
about
wanted to read it.
he can't, like he said, he can't have a hard time buying a house in Boston. Can't get his business started up here. Dealing with the toxic fans around here.
Toxic fans. Hmm.
I mean, we all remember what happened to Marcus Smart too.
What? I'll make it out. I think it would have been deserved. Okay. Never mind. They were just referencing the New York Times article here in this
Yeah,
little break
they
here.
asked him a bunch of questions. They asked him about Dawn to sports and shit like that. He was kind of standoffish about that.
Yeah, oh yeah, because it's a tough issue. I mean, listen, if you're going to be talking about and there is inequity and inequality in Boston, in the housing market for people of color in Boston and in particular and all over, but you cannot, I'm saying that's the thing about it. It's a double standard when your management company is run by like a rabid anti-Semite and a
Mm-hmm.
non-apologetic one.
Mm-hmm.
So like, listen, I get it. You can be for your own cause, like African American inequity and getting that solved, but like any inequity ruins it for everybody. Any inequity in the bunch, one bad apple ruins it for everybody. So you can't like be talking out of both sides of your mouth on that issue, and that's my biggest bone to pick with Jalen Brown. I think that's valid.
It's a fair bone to pick, yeah. But I can
Um,
definitely see why he would uh he would want to be getting out of Boston. I mean, it's not a particularly nice place to play. Maybe he gets the title here, and then he
well,
just goes and takes his own team somewhere else.
when you say
You
it's
know,
not a nice place to play, what do you mean?
I mean, like outside of like the actual sports organization.
Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, those guys are all revered
Oh yeah,
here.
they're revered, but like you have a bad game here, like it's different than having a bad game anywhere else. Marcus
Yeah, I
Smart
mean,
is revered by most of the city too, but you remember what happened to him with that lady outside of the garden?
no, what happened?
Some
Jog my
lady,
memory.
some lady called him uh, hard R outside of the garden after he had a bad game with
Yeah,
her
but
kid there while she was wearing an Isaiah Thomas T-shirt. Like
that's not a
it's not a
problem
majority,
unto Boston. Well, no, it's not a problem solely unto Boston. You can get that in
but
Milwaukee.
when
You
that's
can
what
get
you
that in
know,
Arizona.
but when that's what you know and that's what you hear about,
Yeah,
and you
but you
don't hear
can't.
about it from other players from other teams.
You cannot be that short-sighted to think that racism is a Boston only issue.
No,
That's
it's not a
crazy.
Boston only issue, but it's an issue that happens in Boston. That's where you play.
Yeah, no, listen, I get it. That could ruin. That could an experience like that could ruin it for him. Like I'm not one to speak on it because I can't experience it like that. So,
No,
but like I just think it's a little bit silly to think that race. Like I've never really. I just don't buy it when it's like Boston is like is the racist town. It's like, well, there is racist issues, but like there's racist people in New York City too. Like, don't fool yourself. They're all over. Racism knows no borders.
no. But in Boston, it's different. Like we know it's different here than anywhere else. New York's a melting pot of all the different cultures. Like Boston is like we know it's the Irish Riviera over here.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but like it actually has more people of color than places like San Diego. I like
No ball team in San Diego though.
no, it used to be though.
It used to be. Didn't work out, did it?
But like you would think San Diego is like a not a place known for its white like being white majority. It
I think
is.
of that. I think of it as that.
It's literally a Hispanic named city, or Latin, or sorry, a Spanish named city.
Yeah, well,
It means
we
whale's
make up
vagina. I get it. Listen, it has a reputation and it's earned it. It's earned
and
it. But
if
like,
Jalen has experienced that in any way in this city, then I can understand why you would not want to be here. He's never
yeah,
spoken about experiencing it himself, but it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. So.
yeah. And ultimately, I'm just like trying to cope with me not wanting him to leave. I don't want him to leave because he's a
No,
great player, and
he's a great player, and he does so much for the community. Would love that.
that person, that shitty person who called you that outside of the garden, is not a real fan. She's not a
No,
real fan. She's an idiot.
that's terrible shit.
A bad person. You know,
Well, we're down. First quarter's over. How much are we down now? Or how much are we up now? I should say
10.
7.
I was too enthralled in the conversation to remember.
So I
Um,
like doing these podcasts. We just blow steam out of our ass the whole time.
yeah. Listen, this isn't the scale. Tune into the actual game if you want to get play by play. This is not that.
No, we'll give you updates, and
Although Scalabrini's play by play kind of stinks.
I like Scal to play by play.
He doesn't. I mean, he's fine, but he just like doesn't know what's going on half the time.
Yeah, I'm a homer, so what do I
Also,
care?
Where's Mike Gorman at?
He doesn't travel with the team. He's like 80 now at this point. Like he doesn't travel with the team.
Yeah, true, true.
He had his pupil pop out or something like that. Something weird like
What?
that. He thought he had a stroke. He was at like lunch or something like that. Then all of a sudden he couldn't see out of his right eye or something. And then he walked a couple blocks to the hospital. And like,
hmm
yeah, no, you like popped like your cornea out of place or something like that, and they had to pop back in. He had an eye patch for one of the games.
Yes, I remember hearing the story. Was this season?
Yeah, that was like a couple weeks ago.
How do I not remember seeing him? What the?
Yeah, it was
That's
wild.
crazy.
So like, yeah, let's not have this dude hopping on planes to freak a 6 game road trip across the country. Like he doesn't need that.
How does
The
your
man's done enough for
cornea
us.
pop out of your head?
Yeah, old. I got tired.
Jesus, you get so old, things just start falling out of your head. No, we're up
What is
10,
that
34 to
pass,
24.
Cornet? Oh, you
I,
are just absolute dog water. Get off the court.
I am very far behind, folks.
Oh my dear Jesus. Put Jimmy out there at center. You do a better job.
Jimmy crashes the boards. Pretty good.
Put your arms up like you didn't do anything, you big dumb fuck.
Steve's probably the biggest Cornet hater.
Giannis just burns minutes, just sets minutes on fire.
Oh, tough foul coming back the other way.
Turn the ball over, then you give up two on the other end.
Ooh, he looked like he went. No, he didn't. I was gonna say he looked like he went straight up.
These high vis shoes they got that Tatum's in right now.
Are those? Those are green as hell.
Those are probably his new set that he's gonna come out with next. New colorways or whatever you want to call them. I
Slime
like his
green.
new shoes.
I just don't like the red version. The thing I like the most though actually on the red version. It's like the leopard print or whatever they have on the back. That looks
Good
cool.
steal. Yeah, I like all of his player exclusives before he came out with his own shoe. Those were all sick. Like he had the Chinese food one, the leopard print one
Yeah.
that you were talking about. That was a player exclusive on Jordan. Uh,
Hey, Cornet with the tip in. The Lord giveth and he taketh away.
yeah, good job. You're now a net zero.
He did not start today, folks. He was in the rotation.
Mm, wasn't.
Tatum with the steal and the yam.
Shut off those crazy green shoes, huh? I will try not to commentate on the game. I'll do my best.
It happens.
You know who I like is Taylor Horton Tucker. I don't even think he's on the court right now.
THT.
I like the way he plays. He plays slow. He uses his body to his advantage.
Well, he's
I like.
huge and he plays point guard.
He's a big boy. I don't remember ever. I don't know if he just looks slimmer on the Lakers or what, but like I didn't realize how giant he was. He just was not getting minutes on the Lakers. Like, how did you not get this guy minutes?
I mean, he was 20 when he was on the Lakers. He's developing.
Still got to find some minutes for the guy. Jesus.
I mean, they never didn't have a point guard. They've had one. It was just Russell.
Didn't work out very well. I really wish Russell Westbrook, excuse me, started playing for the Jazz. That would have been hilarious after all the shit he's had with the Jazz.
Yeah, that's another town that's had like a racist reputation, right?
Oh yeah, terrible, absolutely terrible. Why do you think no player stays on the Jazz?
Well, Salt Lake City's a shittier market than
It
Boston.
might be the worst. It might be the worst market in the league.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but you have to play in Utah though. Like
Yeah,
at the
you have
end
to
of the
play in
day,
Oklahoma City.
at the end of the day, the Utah fans, we know who they are. Like, I think Oklahoma City
Mormons.
fans are probably better. A little bit of soaking going on over here. What are we reviewing? Come on, let the fucking game breathe.
Damn, Tatum got fouled and hit the bucket. Is that what they're reviewing?
Must be. They're probably reviewing whether it was a flagrant or not. Oh, dude, just make the fucking call and move on with the game. This is the most obnoxious part about basketball now.
Maybe they're trying to see if he stepped in the land in his landing spot.
He did, but they're trying to review whether it was a reckless closeout or a flagrant. Reckless closeout is considered a flagrant, but
Who even is that? What the hell?
the guy that fouled him, I have no idea. It looks like fucking. I was gonna say it looks like Willie
JaVale
Cauley Stein,
McGee.
kind of. The Kings might be the worst run franchise ever.
Oh yeah,
Now they're gonna be a two seed.
that's a terrible market to play in.
Well, a two seed now.
No, listen, they had maybe the biggest, like the best season of any NBA team. Like from
What do you mean?
expectations to where they
Oh,
are
actually,
now.
yeah. The biggest jump. If they're the most improved team, it would be the Kings.
They're the best offensive team in the league.
Yeah, and they're top 10, I think, in defense too.
Like the beam.
Yep, two
Utah
seed
had a
too.
great year too. That was, I mean, they were literally full tank mode, and I think. They're still in the playoff spot here or fighting for it.
Johnny Juzang is the guy that fouled him. And they gave him a flagrant one. Just
I've
need you
never
an
heard of
update
that guy.
before you get it.
That's a creative player.
Yeah, no kidding. Come on, guys. Put this game away by the third quarter so you guys don't have to play the fourth. I would love to see some people get some rest.
It's 41-28 right now currently. About to be 42. Tatum's heading to the line. Johnny Juzang. So, how have you felt about your Celtics team since the break?
5-5 or 6-5 after last night since the break, but they're 14-10 last 24. Not great. Feel like the team's just disinterested in the regular season and actually going through the process of the offense.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
listen, the record's good, right? But like, there's something going on. Even in wins, they don't look great. You know.
just disinterested. I mean, they're not sitting down on defense either,
Hmm.
which is very frustrating because like that's like something that's just effort. There's
Hopefully,
not a lot of effort on either end of the ball.
hopefully this last game, it felt like that was the Celtics team pre-break. That felt like that was like a good win. This is shaping up to be that way.
I don't like the way
Those
the
are
offense is operating right now.
why.
It's one passing shot. It's one screen. All right, we passed it once. No mismatch. All right, shoot. It's your turn, my turn, and it's like the ball's got to pop. You got to get paint touches, bend the defense, kick it out. Paint touch, bend the defense, kick it out. Make them work. Look at that. Yeah, same thing on that possession.
Yeah, you can't
The
play
first,
sloppy basketball.
you go to the first option, you take the shot, and there's no second read, there's no second effort.
Chris Dunn, former Celtic, right?
They've never actually played.
No, thankfully, Jesus, we've never sucked that bad with Tatum around.
Well, I thought that like we traded for him, he never even suited up. I thought that was a big thing.
I can't remember. I honestly, he was on the team last year, right? He was like part of the trades, part of the people we moved.
I thought we got him in a trade and then we immediately traded him again.
Oh,
I thought that was part of it. I thought that like he was technically part of the team, but never actually like made it to Boston.
it happens when you're a terrible player.
He was good. Just the injuries were just stacked up against the guy. He had that weird
I
one.
think he was like the eighth overall pick. He's not. He's a bust, all time bust.
I think what's the guy for the Heat and the Lakers? Is that Chris Dunn?
For the Heat and the Lakers.
Yeah, one dude. He just had like a bone bruise in his knee or something like that, and they just never got better. Oh,
I have no clue.
maybe it was Chris Dunn. Maybe it was my mind.
Um, Michael Beasley. Michael
No, it's not Michael
Beasley.
Beasley.
Oh, I think he played for both. Speaking of players that are turning into all-time busts, Lonzo Ball.
I don't know. I hate calling a guy with injury a bust.
Them's the breaks, man. Unfortunately, you're the second overall pick. You weren't really. I mean, he had one really good season, maybe.
Last year was really good, and I feel like he was not utilized right on the Lakers. Like he ended up on a team with LeBron James. Like they play the same style of basketball, where you get the rebound, you get out with it, and then you move the ball.
And
Like
listen,
that's
the story's not
their
over
game.
for him. The story's
No,
not
no,
over
he's
for
having
him.
a third surgery, and he's
A
gonna miss
knee,
all next year too.
he's getting the knee cartilage replaced in his knee, left knee, I think. So hopefully he gets back. You know, you never want to see it. You're right. You do. I don't. I'm not rooting for him to bust out of the league. You know, but
No,
it's certainly trending that way with the amount of time he's missed and his performance to date. Who's the worst out of those three? If you had to rank them 1 through 3, well, the one is obviously an easy one, right? Who
Tell me,
after
say the name.
Tatum?
Say the
Who
name. Who's
after
the best?
Tatum would you rather take?
Ball or what was it?
Markel Fultz.
Markel Fultz. Are we talking healthy or are we talking about what they've done so far in their career?
Just if you had to start one next season,
And they're
and
going to be healthy?
let's say Lonzo gets a surgery and he's ready to play next season.
I'll take Alonzo.
Why?
Better 3-point shooter. Um, better facilitator too, so he can still play off the ball and on the ball, and just a more run and gun style player, which is what you need in the NBA now. Markel's
Uh,
like a score. Markel is always a score first guard, and he just doesn't have that in his bag in the
I think you're sleeping on on Markel a little bit. I think he's developed into a
NBA.
very
He's
like
decent.
a very solid player.
He's just decent, like playmaker, and he's a good scorer, a decent
He,
scorer, I should say. But like,
he, as a matter of fact, scored 28 points today on 10 for 17 and 7 for 8 for the line, 6 boards, 4 assists, four steals, and
who did he
one
play?
block. That's the thing you're leaving out. His defense blows Lonzo's out of the water.
Alonzo's still a really good defender, though. Let's not say Alonzo's
Played
a
the
bad defender.
Clippers. I didn't. Markel was an elite defender. And he's tall. And Alonzo's very
I don't
tall
know
too.
about elite. I
He
would
no
go as far as to say elite for
he
Markel
always
Fultz.
that was his thing. He had elite defensive skills coming out of
How
college.
many how many All NBA defensive teams has he made?
Well, I mean, listen, how many has Lonzo made? So
Exactly.
like
You can't say he's elite though. I would never say Alonzo's an elite defender either,
I said, he possesses elite defensive skills.
and possesses and actually uses them.
He obviously is. He just had 4 steals and a block today. Like that's
Alonzo,
elite defensive
what's
skills.
the averages for? We'll do last year because they're both healthy last year, right? What was the averages for last year?
Markel was not healthy last year.
He wasn't. I thought he played most of
He
last
tore
year.
his ACL, I think.
We'll do Lonzo
Um,
last year versus Markel this year then. Because Lonzo last year was absolutely lighting it up.
Markel. Let's start with Markel. He's played 49 games. He's 14, 4, and 6. 14 points, 14 boards, 6 assists. Lonzo obviously 0 for 0, 0 0 on the year.
I hate to see that.
This year he's averaging. He played 18 games last year, by the way.
Lonzo?
No, Markel. So he didn't have a healthy season. He's shooting 50% from the field, 30% from 3. Where are the defensive stats? God.
30 from 3 is not good.
No, that's terrible. But he's not a good shooter. He has that neck elbow disease or whatever the hell he had.
Yeah, he had the fucking Philadelphia 76ers disease, what he had.
I'm having the hardest time finding these stats. This is brutal.
Well,
He's averaging
basketball
2. But I was on it. It sucks. He's
reference.
averaging 1.5. But I always I round up or round down. 2 steals a game and 2 turnovers a game.
And what was Lonzo last year? So he was in 15, 4, and 6 with 2 and 2.
Yeah, and shooting 50% from the field, which is a pretty good percentage for a point guard. Lonzo last year, 21-22 season, averaged 13, 5, and 5 on 42% from 3. 42% from the field. So about close to 10 points lower from the field. He played 35 games last year, so it wasn't particularly healthy. So debunked.
He got injured really early last year. I thought
And
he made it to the end of the season.
he actually averaged 2 steals a game too, and 1 block.
Well, yeah,
But
he's right
that
up
he
there with
played
him defensively.
but he
Played
played a smaller sample size. So
small
actually,
sample
it's
size.
the inverse of what you were saying. Markel's the better offensive option,
There's too
not
many
from three,
timeouts in basketball. Jesus Christ! I
because
thought they were gonna just
Lonzo shot 42 from three, which is very good.
got 42 from three.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really good. That's 60% above league average. League average 36.
yeah, and Markel can't shoot, but
So
he's
he's
shooting
12%.
10% from the floor better.
So yeah, I would take Lonzo still because not
Well,
only can he run your offense, but he can also shoot when he's off the ball.
I don't
Because
know, man. I feel like
If
I feel
Markel
like,
doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's useless.
but listen, my like first of all, he's the point guard, so he's going to have the ball in his hands most of the time. But second of all, we're disclaiming the biggest thing, and it's the injuries.
Yeah, it's in, yeah, but your original question was if they're going to be healthy next year, who would you take? And
Yeah, but Lonzo's going
that's what
to
I'm basing it off of.
I think Markel's figured out is he's trending upwards in terms of his injury projection and health. Lonzo is through
Lonzo's
you
going
know
down,
he might
which is
retire.
terrible.
It's that bad.
He's going to miss next year too.
Yeah.
It's just tough. So I'm just glad
So
these NBA contracts are all guaranteed.
yeah, yeah,
I like seeing that for these guys.
it's crazy that they're not. I mean,
It's crazy any sport is with the amount of money these fucking owners make.
football is the weirdest one.
Football makes the most sense business wise, but it's not be guaranteed.
To not be?
Yeah, as a business, like if I'm gonna run a team, like and this guy's gonna like I'm gonna pay guys to get in car crashes all day long. Like I'm not gonna guarantee a guy's contract.
Well, yeah, but the inverse of that's also true. If you're the player, that's the number one thing you want.
Yeah, it's obviously what the players want, but if the owners aren't gonna give it to them, like obviously every player wants a guaranteed contract. We all want a guaranteed contract, even in life.
Basketball should actually probably have the least.
Baseball should at least. It's hard to get hurt in baseball.
Yeah, but
If I'm
it's
an
no, that's
outfielder,
not
like
true.
how if I'm a first baseman, how often does first baseman get hurt?
I mean, they
They
I feel
trip
like you're
over a sprinkler
discounting.
head in the in the outfield and tweak their ankle and they miss a
Well,
couple games. They got
nobody's ever played 162 games. Like nobody's ever
Nobody's ever
done
done it.
this. No, that's not true.
Well,
Cal Ripken
Cal
obviously
Ripken.
has, but like nobody does it anymore ever.
They moved the live spread to Celtics 13 and a half favorites. That's a big number. I would definitely take the Jazz to cover that.
What is it?
They've moved the live spread to 13 and a half. Celtics favored.
Yeah, if you're, I almost took the Trailblazers 14 and a half last night. I would have won
Well, like halfway
live.
through the game.
Yeah, I was like, they're
That's
absolutely going to come back. Dame Lillard, their offense, obviously last night I told you the offense was just brutal in terms of shooting percentage. Like the offense would have worked if they just had a representative NBA percentage shooter out there, but um, unfortunately they had Matisse Thybulle, Cam Reddish, and Anthony Simons couldn't hit water falling out of a bucket. A boat, I mean, and Lillard. It just took Lillard to get to just turn the Dame time on, and he made it like a 5 point game real quick, going down to the wire. But Dame, is he going to be the best player of all time to win a ring without? I feel like I brought this up last time. Is he going to be the best player of all time to not win a ring?
it's going to be close.
I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, Chuck, Karl Malone, redacted and redacted.
Yeah, redacted one, redacted two. The Jazz redacted duo. That could be a sweet name for a band.
Carmelo.
I don't know if Carmelo's up there. He's a fan favorite, a really good player, and a great player. But I don't know if he's up there with
Allen
redacted one and
Iverson.
two, and also Chuck. Like those guys are just a different level.
I mean, listen, I love Chuck. He's probably
A
I
loud
mean,
mound or rebounding league.
redacted one was an amazing player. Like he's just a
They
fucking
both
animal.
were. They both
Yeah, for
were.
sure, definitely.
I mean, one's like top three all time in scoring. The other one's number one assists and steals.
Yeah, like
Also,
I
like
seriously.
it's also weird to count steals as a defensive stat because you would never think of that guy as a defensive like stopper.
But he was.
Like I think it's steals are weird though because like James Harden we know doesn't play defense, but he's tops in the league in steals every year.
That's I've always took umbrage with he doesn't play defense when he's possesses all the skills to be a good defender in the league,
But
but
he
just
doesn't
like
do it.
every other player in the league, when he wants to play defense, he plays it well. Just gonna want to
He never
like
wants to, but he still leads the league in steals.
well, yeah, because he possesses the tools to be very good at defense.
I
Or
think it's just
used
more of I think it's more of a hey, I'm just gonna go pick off passes. Like I'm gonna be lazy. I'm just gonna guess on a couple passes a game.
I
So
mean,
that's
when
all
it
it
works,
really
it
is. You could
works.
just sit there with your hands in your pockets and they throw a pass across the court and you think, all right, well I saw that one coming. Take that one.
So you're saying steals are is a luck stat?
It's a weird stat. I don't say it's a luck stat because there's some where it's like the guy's dribbling in front of you and you just take his lunch. Like that's elite. But like there's also ones where it's like, hey, I'm just gonna happen to be sitting cross court when they try and throw this pass, the skip pass to the corner off the pick and roll, and I'm just gonna pick it off.
Mm. Derek White's having a tough stretch.
Yeah, he's just Taylor Horton Tucker is just so big. Oh boy,
That's what
look
she
at the
said.
boys go. Really? Did she say that about Taylor Horton Tucker?
Probably.
Him of all people?
Somebody probably did. 10-point game, actually 8-point game. And I'm sure Steve already knows it's going to be a 10-point. Nope, still an 8-point game.
Oh boy, about to give me a THT jersey.
Don't
Those
this guy
Jets are
can't
just
shoot.
so crisp, bro. So crisp.
That was a and one bucket. Holy crap! I don't even know how that's an and one bucket. He just like completely moved Grant out of the way with his elbow. Oh, that's a tough call.
It's a good call. Grant brought his hands down. Can't bring your hands down. Yep, this is exactly what I was talking about. When the Celtics want to play offense, they play offense. But when they don't want to play offense, it's one pass. And okay, I'll see what I can do with it. Let's run the play and run the first option. And if the first option is not there, then I'm going to shoot it. So it's very frustrating to watch because you see the way they played at the beginning of the year. The ball
Ooh.
popped. You made the first read. It wasn't there. You swung it around, hit the paint again, made the second read, and it was wide open. I think you should get an assist if you pass a guy into a foul and he hits both free throws.
Well, if that's the case, James Harden's the best offensive player of all time.
No, I mean you got to hit both free throws to get the assist.
James Harden
But
is the
also,
best player
like
of all time.
we should be talking about James Harden as being one of the best offensive players to ever play the game. We'll talk
He
about Dame
is.
Lillard being one of the best players to never win a ring. James Harden's probably going to go down that way too.
Yeah, no, they both are.
There's a lot of guys in this league that are going to go down that way, and I don't know if it's just because of the elevated scoring or what. But
Russell,
yeah,
Westbrook.
Westbrook's going to be up there.
I mean,
Guy averages triple double
two
for like 3 years.
MVPs are in that. Two league MVPs are in that discussion.
Yeah, Jokic might never get one.
Hopefully, unless he becomes a Boston Celtic, I hope that's the case. I mean,
Hope he gets one.
how good would Jokic be if he was a Celtic? He'd be, you know, I want to talk about making the racist rowdy.
Oh boy, they love their whites.
Their best player is a white guy. Hello, Larry.
I mean, I don't know. He's a different kind of white though.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not the whites.
Speaking of whites, Walker Kessler,
Celtic.
that's a guy who's going to be in the Rookie of the Year running.
If you put on numbers like that,
Yeah, he's amazing.
I thought
What's
rookie
his
of the year is
stats?
already like Paolo Banchero. I thought
Yeah,
that
it's
he was
probably it's
like
Paolo Banchero is like the best rookie since LeBron James.
that good.
He's like I
He's
forget
putting up crazy
there
numbers.
was a stat Taylor was because he's a Magic fan because he's from the South. He's a Magic fan. He was saying like he sent me some crazy ass stats.
Shout out my best friend Taylor.
Taylor.
Still owes me $20 from darts the other night.
Oh what?
Taylor still owes me $20 from when we went out and played darts the other night.
Who the fuck? What are you talking about?
This fucking offense.
Who played darts?
Me and Taylor, dude.
When? Where?
I don't play darts at fucking stockholders the other night. He knows. He knows he owes me $20. He's
Stockholders,
listening.
the steakhouse.
He's listening. He knows. He knows he owes me $20.
Walker Kessler's averaging 9, 8, and 1 on 72% from the field.
And that's gonna get rookie of the year in
I
what
said he
league?
was in the rookie of the year running. I said he was in the rookie of the year running. He's averaging 2 blocks a game.
Oh, look at the Celtics go, baby! Look at this.
And
fucking
he's a
team.
50% free throw from the 3 point.
Oh, I'm gonna throw my beer off my TV.
Your Boston Celtics are getting destroyed. Just kidding.
Oh, that was a sick offensive possession. I fucking hate that offensive possession. Got you 2 for 1 out of it though. So
So, well, no, well, I guess we'll save it till at halftime, but um, it's not looking good. That fucking Jazz plus 11.5 was the easiest bet of all time. Should have threw you a fucking mortgage on it.
13 and a half. It wasn't even 11. It was
13
13 and a half.
Tatum is having none of this though.
I hated that offensive possession that you just watched.
Yeah, but
There was
there's no such
no
thing as a
pass.
good. There's no such thing as a bad shot that goes in.
Tatum on pull-up threes this year is shooting 29%.
Yeah, it's not like he takes a fucking metric ton of them every single game. Jesus.
Bro, he's shooting less than 35% from three this year.
Get the fucking boards,
Oh
dude.
my dear Jesus. You want to talk about a fucking bailout?
Former Celtic Kelly the Clinic.
Olynyk. I love Kelly Olynyk. I thought that we should have maybe got him back.
You like Kelly Olynyk, but you hate Chris Paul.
Yeah.
He cost the Cavaliers a championship.
If you watch that play in slow motion, it looks a lot worse than when it actually in game. In the game, he's just grabbing and pulling away from the ball.
He ripped his shoulder out of his socket. What are you even talking about?
He just grabbed the guy and pulled him away from the ball because they're going for a loose ball. If you watch it in slow motion, it looks terrible.
That's a hell of you're. I mean, lay off the copium, would you? Holy crap!
Just saying.
I've played a ton of basketball, Steve. If I ever ripped your arm out of your socket, you'd probably be pissed off about it.
Oh yeah, if the guy actually got hurt, then yeah. But
I've
it's
never
like
had to do it because it's not basketball.
Yeah, well, it's not like it's a play. It's a foul, obviously, but it's like a playoff game where we're both fighting for a ball. It's not like I'm punching you in the dick. Like, how the fuck did you do that, Celtics?
I don't even want to know. Don't tell me they
Please
fucking
tell
get
me.
a last minute. There's 0.4 seconds left. What could happen here? What 0.4 seconds left?
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Fubu,
waiting
hurry the fuck up.
anxiously.
Hurry the fuck up, Fubu. Your boy gotta take a fucking leak.
Oh, it didn't count though. There's no way that counts. That counted?
Uh-huh.
There's no way.
You got that off.
No way, dude. There
Oh,
was
yeah.
0.4 seconds.
Oh, yes, you did. Because
You don't have
Celtics
time to
decided
set
not
your
to
feet and
stand next to
shoot
them. Yeah, you do.
with 0.4 seconds.
Yeah, 0.3 is the line. For some reason, you're not allowed to do it on 0.3 or less or something like that. Hmm. Yeah, that's your
Wow. O'Shea
2023 Boston
Agbaji
Celtics.
buries it with 0.4 seconds left to make it a 59-64 point game. Um, it was they were cruising, but like you said, this is like the post All Star break Celtics for you. They haven't figured it out yet.
Try and piss away games. It's great. So much fun to watch.
Now,
Not to lose it.
I will say if they come out in the second half and it never gets close again, then I will have redacted that statement because there's a whole other half to play.
Yeah, but
Sometimes shit happens in basketball.
yeah, I would say sometimes shit happens in basketball if it wasn't the way the Celtics have played the last 2 or 3 weeks.
It's a fair point. They don't
If this
deserve
was
to
like
get
a
that.
one-off, like I think, all right, it's the Jazz, it's a weird game. You play them like twice a year. You play them in Utah, second night of a back-to-back. It's a weird game, but you have championship quality players. Like you should not be fucking pissing your pants against this fucking team right now.
I would just like for once it like for them to blow the doors off a team, front to back.
Yeah, just blow them off for 3 quarters. Let the boys sit. That's what the Bucks do. Like Giannis doesn't play more than 33 minutes a game.
Yeah,
They go
that's
out there, they dominate for 3 quarters, and then he says, "Okay, Giannis, you can sit for the fourth and hold on to it."
yeah. We were talking about last year how exhausted they were in the finals, and they were, but like they played, they swept the Nets. They played two 7 game series, and they were beat to shit. And
Yeah,
it was tough. It was a knockdown, drag out series, both of them. Right? Am I
yeah.
missing
But in the
one?
last, no, no, it was the Nets, then it was the Bucks. No, it was the Nets, Heat, then the Bucks.
No, it was the other way around. Next,
Uh,
Bucks, Heat.
Heat was Eastern Conference Finals that year.
Yes, it was. Um,
Either
so
way,
having,
beat the shit out. Two physical teams beat the shit out of you for 7 games. And now
but
all of a sudden you're in that.
imagine how fucking beat you're gonna be after this season, where you have to Tatum's, playing fucking 40
He's
minutes a game.
playing the most minutes of his career this year, and that was the big thing at, in the offseason was, hey, we're not going to play that many minutes this year.
So they certainly haven't delivered on that promise.
No,
The
like
whole
this was a
team's gonna be
road
beat
trip
up,
where you could have this is a road trip where you could have taken games off. You took care of your shit at home.
and you can't. And all season has kind of been that way. Like I don't know. I don't want to, but like they lost games they should have won, like the
They lost a
Magic
lot.
series. You know, they should have won games like that, and you now can't really. If you want that one seed, you cannot afford to sit those guys for games. You
No,
can't just low manage them because you're gonna. The East is so close. You're gonna lose spots.
I'd rather just lose the one seed and load manage these guys.
We might lose the. We're now in contention with the Sixers for the second spot.
There's a tiebreaker with them though, so it's still gonna be a
Yeah,
little bit
but they're
hard to
they're
win
playing.
against
They're the
them.
best team in the NBA right now.
Yeah, the last like 40 games, something like that. They're like 33-7 or something. Something wild.
So we're at the break here at halftime. Celtics not looking too good. Um,
I
albeit
would argue the
they
Celtics
are
are
up
looking really bad.
5.
I would argue the Celtics are looking really bad.
That was the initial spread, right? 4.5. They are covering the spread technically right now.
We're up by 20 at one point.
Yeah, that is the untold story of the game.
You gave up a 23-5 run and a half. That's pretty bad.
That's brutal.
I guess they
What would
took
have
that last
helped?
bucket off the.
Yeah, there's no way he got that back. There's no way that counted.
Looked like it was good to me, but
No,
fucking
I saw the red. It was. I mean, maybe I don't know. I guess it could have been borderline, but I've never even seen that before. 4.4 seconds left.
I mean, you got
That's
a
nuts.
nice set of eyes on you, kid. I don't know. Best eyes in the game over here.
Seriously, 2020. What it would have helped, or what it would be nice, is if one of your best players was not a complete walking injury rehab, and Robert Williams. Starting to get real tired of him not playing games. You know what I'm saying? It's not now. It's more unlikely that he plays now than when he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate that we have to rely on him being healthy because like we shouldn't have to. Like we should be able to make it work without him on the court. And right now the team just looks lost on games that he doesn't play. Our
I
starting
mean,
five has played 81 minutes together. and like they're a minus like 20 something in those 80 something minutes.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like
There's not going to be any
no,
chemistry when it comes time for the playoffs.
oh, and they this team thinks they can just flip a switch in the playoffs, and they might be able to, but also there's a strong chance that they can't.
Yeah. I'm starting to get like if Robert Williams can't if he can't make it a whole nother playoffs, I'd seriously consider moving him.
It's like
At
more
this
can
point,
you get though?
oh, for somebody will pay for it. You know, what
They'll
he
somebody will give you big for him, but like you're not going to get a center that's the same caliber as him, and Al's only getting older.
yeah, but you're not getting it. You're not getting him currently. Like so what? Like
It's a strong point.
I'd rather get somebody who can play. What's the most of it? What's the best ability, Steve? Availability. And Robert Williams is like leading the league and not being available. So
I would argue the best ability is 3-point shooting, but maybe that's just me,
well, then I mean, yeah,
huh?
last year proved it, didn't it? That we lost to the best 3 point shooter of all time. So
Yeah, man, a couple other good ones too.
yeah, fortunately, he also has like the second best 3 point shooter of all time in his team.
It's helpful. Definitely
Andrew
helpful.
Wiggins decided to be the best player in the series, actually, besides Steph. That was annoying. Was not
He's
happy
out for
about
the
that.
season, though, isn't he?
He's out for the season,
I
Wiggins.
thought I saw. Maybe he's out for the rest of the regular season. Maybe that's what it is. I know
Oh,
he just
that's
got hurt
brutal.
recently.
They were fighting for the last spot, but I don't know if they can't win on the road. They might just fold it.
They have the worst road record. It's hilarious. They don't even have 10 wins on the road.
I'm very
you're,
happy that they're not back. They're not going
you're
to be
coming
back.
back. You're coming back to the East. You're coming into March, the end of March, and you don't have 10 wins on the road as the champions. Like
Yeah, that's brutal. I don't know what the hell is the excuse.
weird. It's
What's the
very weird.
excuse?
I don't even know if there is an excuse. Like the
They
team's
lost.
not young. They have the veteran presence to win on the road. They know what they need to do. They're a 3-point shooting team. Is it that they don't play defense? Maybe.
Who did they lose? They lost. So like, let's just like look at like what's not on the team as compared to what was. Gary Payton, who's now back on the team.
Yeah, that was
Um,
hilarious.
who it says still doesn't matter. Gary Payton the second. And Otto Porter, who's a good bench player. He fucking killed us every time he was playing. But I don't know, man. What the hell is the worst excuse? Like I don't like they just they're. It's like it's same thing with the Rams in the NFL. Like defending champions, like probably favored to win it again, and just having the worst season. But look at this Utah. Look at Vivint fucking Smart Home Arena right now. You could
Empty.
get courtside seats if you just walked up to them and sat on them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's because they just came back from half or what. Because I don't think it was that empty before.
Jeez, and the team's not even that bad. It's not like they're a fucking tanking team. They're like a borderline. They're like a playoff team. It's crazy.
Well, they're a fun to watch team.
They were supposed to be the worst team in the league, and
They play hard every night. It's great to watch.
they've patchworked themselves into a tough team for sure. Yeah, the Celtics defense is definitely killing them. Oh God.
I really wish that they would play a more up tempo pace on this team. That's really starting to bother me.
Yeah, I mean they're like they got no rhythm right now. Although
No,
Blake Griffin's been playing really well lately.
he hasn't been playing
Hustle.
well. I can't blame him. He hasn't been playing well.
No, he has been playing well.
That's what
Griffin's
I'm
been
saying.
playing well. Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. Like
Oh
you can't put any of these losses on him. I mean, I
no,
know he's
but
like a
he's out
oh,
here. He's an undersized big, and he's out here like he's like leading the team in boards like the past fucking week.
he's hustling,
Oh
putting
my
in that work.
God. You can't like they also I don't know what it is. Jalen and Jason they fucking smoke rebound easy layups like nobody's business.
No, Brogdon's the worst at it.
they're all bad at it. Like, take your pick. They suck. Like, I don't know what is it with, like, they just have no touch at the rim. Like, what the fuck? Like, yam it then. Like, Tatum should not be going for soft touches when he's going to the rim. He's so big and strong. Like, I get it. Like, you have to mix in some finesse, and not everything's gonna be a two-handed flush or dunk. Like, I get that, but he does attack it with force, and then he like tries to go for like the soft, like outside flip up. It's like, no, no,
Well,
take that and
no,
cram
when he's
it.
going to the front of the rim, he's good. But like when he's trying to finish around the rim like that, it's not great. How
Oh,
was his defense against Portland?
like I said, they
Well, how was his
Lillard.
defense? The rest of the team, like whatever. But how was Tatum's defense? Did he look locked in?
Um, I feel like he played pretty okay defense. Like, there wasn't a really good offensive option on the other end against him. Matisse Thybulle is not really a threat. He's a catch and shoot guy.
Is that
And
who they
and
had him matched up with?
yeah, and Jalen Brown was on Cam Reddish, who for a minute there looked like he was about to go off, but he didn't end up playing well at all. Jesus, that's what, two turnovers in a row on back to back possessions.
Not great.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of this team's issue is mental, and by a lot of the team's gonna follow Tatum. He's the head honcho. He's the captain. Like, they gotta follow him, and I don't think he has it put together yet mentally.
No, like the other night, who they played when Jalen Brown went off for 43 or something like that.
Paul just went off Grant's head. 33. Jalen went off for
Uh,
33.
Jalen went off for like 43 like 2 nights ago or whatever.
They played Portland. They played
Some bad team. Was it Houston?
yes, it was, and they
He
got
went
their
off for
doors blown off.
Yeah, he went off for 43, and Tatum just didn't play, and the rest of the team just didn't play because Tatum wasn't playing. Like, the team goes with Tatum night in and night out. The team goes with Tatum. He's the top dog, so they're gonna follow him.
Yeah, and for a guy he really idolizes, and I said this before, he's nothing like him, Kobe. Like, he's just not like Kobe mentally.
No.
Yet I would say yet.
Yeah, but I mean, like, let's look at all the guys in the league that do idolize Kobe. None of them are like him. Nobody's like because Kobe is Kobe. Like, he's different. If there was
Mm,
another guy with a mindset like Kobe, then there would be another dominant player at that force. Like, I think the closest thing we have to Kobe
LeBron.
is I don't think LeBron. I think LeBron takes nights off, but he's just so skilled that you don't see it.
No,
Like Giannis.
Giannis and LeBron are like two guys who, like, whenever they want it, they can just get it, and they whenever they want to win, they just win. Like,
Yeah, like they'll put their head down and do it, but on a night to night to night basis, I think it's Giannis. We've seen LeBron where there's years where he does, there's full years where he doesn't play defense.
no, no, that's a crazy thing
Yeah,
to say. No way, LeBron's the best defensive player, like, who's not a center, like, of all time.
yeah,
Like, he's
no, he is.
crazy.
But let's not act like he plays it every time.
Nobody does.
Kobe did. Kobe was making all defensive teams.
There's no way.
LeBron's never made an all defensive team.
Is that true?
Yeah, want to look it up? We're gonna
Let's
play
look it
this
up.
game
No,
again.
I'm not gonna bet against it because I'm fucking. Is that true? I can't
Kobe
believe
had all
that's true.
defensive teams, and LeBron's never made one. I don't think. Look up a list of LeBron's accolades. We're going to be here for 30 minutes while you repeat them. Okay. One of the greatest of all time. But
19-time All Star, 2007 8. 19-time All Star, 8-time All NBA Rookie of the Year, 6-time All Defensive Player,
Takes time.
6 times, 3-time All Star MVP, 4-time champion. Oh, Roy, do I have to keep going?
No.
Exactly. So LeBron's, that's a crazy thing to say. LeBron can do whatever he wants when he wants to in
No,
the
I
NBA.
would say he could, but I'm saying that on a night to night basis. Like, we know there was years where he took off
Kobe was 12-time, so he doubled him.
in all defensive teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Kobe every night was trying to lock down whoever was in front of him. Like he was built different than everybody else.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, he has that. He had the Mamba mentality.
Yeah. So like
Um,
a lot of guys idolize him, like, but nobody's ever going to beat him. This offense is absolutely
Giannis
fucking
probably
putrid.
could. Now that I'm saying,
Giannis
now that
could
you
do
said,
it.
because he's, how
Giannis is
many
one of the only guys I've ever seen with that mindset where he's like, I'm going to go dominate
has
every
he
night.
only missed 1 year? Like how many times has he made it? He probably every single year besides one. He's made all defensive team. Like he just
Maybe his first 2 or 3 years, he might not have made it. Because remember his
yeah.
first year or two, he was real skinny.
He was a fucking
And he wasn't
beanpole.
getting a lot of, and he wasn't getting a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
So after that, though, I think he's probably been up there. Oh my god, this fucking team!
Wow. Wow.
Wow, wow.
Celtics no longer covering the spread. In fact, they're losing the game. Um, I'm at 69-71. Tatum, Jalen's heading to the line
Yeah, you see, that
too.
was a nice offensive possession. You see that one pass and nothing.
He tried to scoop lay it up on the ground over a guy who's maybe a foot taller than him. Not really a foot, but like maybe a few, half a foot.
A foot taller than Jalen Brown is a very large human being.
Yeah, it's a 7'6" guy.
7'6", 7'7". Like, okay,
Tackle
not a whole
fall.
lot of them out there.
He tried to lay it in over. Was that Walker Kessler or was that Laurie?
Probably Walker Kessler because I don't think Lloyd Markkinen's playing a lot of the defense.
Oh boy, good pass. Hit that. Nice. D Wizzle. Derek White. 4-3.
This fucking team.
Things are not going great.
If this team doesn't make the finals, this year's a failure.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. That's been the story all year. No real. They hopefully by that time we'll have no real injuries. Like
Injuries or not, like
no,
unless
like listen, if
Tatum and
Tatum goes
Brown
down in
goes
round
down,
one, yeah,
like that's different. That's not an injury. That's like that your team goes down. But
yeah,
like if Tatum and Brown are healthy, this team should make the finals.
yeah. I'd
It
say
doesn't
even
matter
without
who
Rob
else is playing around
Williams.
them. Like it doesn't matter who else is playing around them. Like this is getting bad. They
I
think they
think you're
can just
gonna
flip that
need.
switch, and I don't know. I'm starting to get worried that they can't.
Damn, you're starting to get worried. Well,
It's just
welcome to hell, buddy.
just too many games in a row that we've seen this, where it's like, all right, you get up to a 20-something point lead, and then you just stop doing whatever you're doing to get that lead.
Yeah, I mean they were up by 20, and now they're losing the game. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, you did that against the Knicks. The Knicks are a good team this year. They're not that great.
No,
Neither is
they're
the
like one of the
Jazz.
hottest teams since the break. They're like one of the better teams in the league.
Still, you shouldn't be up by only up by 24 in that game. You should not be up
Oh,
by
something crazy,
24 in a
yeah.
game and lose, unless it's to like the Warriors back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh,
So do you think
Taco
Joe
Bell looks
Mazzulla has
phenomenal right now.
huh?
The Taco Bell looks phenomenal right now. Holy shit!
The boys hungies. I had Hooters wings,
I just
Daytona
fucking
wings.
I just fucking DoorDash a bunch of shit, a bunch of snacks. So
Right, like right now.
yeah,
Oh, what'd you get?
I don't even remember.
Nice.
I just picked up a bunch of shit, and Paige picked out a bunch of shit, and she'll go pick it up down at the door, and we could
Snacks, like snacks, not like food.
no like snacks. I'm having a cheat day today, and I'm still trying not to eat too much.
Nice cheat day.
Cheat day, even though I don't work out, I just eat healthy for the rest of the week.
No, I mean, listen, when you don't work out, you have to like the diet's just the one thing you can't compromise on. I mean, you can have 1 or 2 days off, but like,
I try and
as
keep
long
it
as
to
it's
one.
consistent.
Try and keep it to one. Like while I'm at work, I don't eat like too many processed foods. Like, I'm trying to eat more like eat like apples. Eat like I do my breakfast sandwich every morning, but that's probably the most unhealthy thing I eat during the week.
I switched to oatmeal in the morning. I used to
So
hate oatmeal.
I like oatmeal.
Oh, I
I just have
fucking
time to
hated
sit
it.
down. I just have time to sit down and eat a fucking meal before I leave for work.
You can't even pop it in like a microwave bowl, like a plastic microwave bowl, and just take it out with you. Well, I guess you're
Like,
driving. Like, how the
yeah,
fuck can you eat? But then
it's
how do
like
you eat? Well, I
always
guess you
sunny
can
in
one hand
Philadelphia.
it.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Load that some bitch up with some hot sauce and I wake up in the morning. Oh man, I love a good hot sauce.
No, I know you're a fucking. I tell you what was pretty good, and I normally hate this like pepper sauces, like Tabasco. I
Yeah,
fucking hate Tabasco. I like real hot sauce, like really good quality hot sauce.
yeah.
Uh, Whatever the hell Hooters was, it was like in the vein of Tabasco, but it was more tomatoey. It was like really good. I was like, "Fuck, that's delicious" on the Daytona wings with blue cheese.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
more of like a tomato based like base almost.
I don't
Just
know. It
like
was like
a
I
little
just got like
Tabasco vinegar mixed in. Yeah,
tastes like a little bit like just like a tomato, like a spicy tomato. It was weird. Just really weird. It was good though.
sounds good. Sounds really good. Sounds like heartburn, but sounds really good.
I've never had a heartburn ever in my life.
Never had heartburn in your life? You're a lucky
Nope.
son bitch.
Everybody in my family has major acid reflux like disease, and not I. I don't think.
Tonight,
Maybe I just truck through it.
you would know it sucked. Tonight I had Cosmic Disco.
Sounds like
By
fake.
it's by Funkin' Hot.
I shout out free no free ads,
That's
funkin' hot.
that's a sick name. I just read that. That's sick. 5% of their profits go to charity too, so I fuck with that.
Cool.
Yeah, this shit's wild.
That's pretty funkin' cool, dude.
I get a little high off of it. It's great.
I don't like spicy. I mean, I can eat pretty spicy stuff and not bat an eye at it, but like to the point where something's brutally hot, I don't like it because it's like takes away from the flavor of the food.
No, it's got to have flavor. Like all these hot sauces are from the Hot Ones show,
Hmm.
where they make the people eat the celebrities eat the hot wings and make them answer questions while they do it.
Yeah.
Great show, hilarious. All these ones are from that box, so like they get really hot, and that's like the number 7 out of 10 on the hot scale, and it's like you can feel I can't eat like I couldn't cover a wing in it and eat it. I can like dip it and eat it, and then eat some like
Hmm.
regular chicken with it. But like, you get a little buzz when you eat it, and you're like, oh,
That's the thing. Like the people who make like like the ones that like are purposefully meant to like they call that shit like nuclear death or whatever hot
yeah.
sauce.
One of
Like
them's
that's
called
like
the bomb, nuclear something or other.
nice nuclear da bomb. Yeah, like that's too much. Just like make my food a little spicy. Don't make
Oh,
me cry.
yeah, make it tasty spicy. That's a big thing. I was eating turmeric bomb earlier today.
Turmeric, like the spice.
Yeah, they put turmeric in it with a bunch of other shit like Scotch bonnets and all kinds of shit like that.
I ate a whole Scott. Kim made like yellow like Spanish rice, and she put Scotch bonnets in it, and I was like, oh, what? She put bell peppers in this, and I just ate like a whole Scotch bonnet.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh my god, why is it spicy?
Why
Fucking
is this spicy?
steam was coming out of my ears. Fucking brutal.
Oh, you got a nice buzz off of that one, I'm sure.
Yeah. Ah, oh my god, we're gonna lose this game. It's
Probably.
82-75 Jazz. Rudy Gay, literally the ghost of Rudy Gay is killing the Celtics. That is crazy. Oh man, Joe Mazzulla, what
This
is going
team,
on?
this team could get beat in the first round.
Yeah, if they catch the wrong matchup, if
Yeah.
they play the Knicks, I'd probably like the Knicks in that series.
If we play the way that we've been playing and we think that we can get away with it, we're gonna lose the first round. And I'm gonna be absolutely fucking disgusted with the whole offseason.
Yeah, that would be the like. I don't think Missoula comes back if that's the case.
I already have an extension.
Yeah, guess what? You're fired. No more extension. Fuck you. Get out of here.
You got an extension, you got until All-Star break to prove to us that you can make it work again. It's fucking terrible, man. It's just hard to watch that they just stop playing.
And
The
I don't
effort
know
just
if
stops.
and ultimately I don't know if Missoula's the problem with this team.
Um, yeah, I think that they need a coach that's been in the league and they can respect his voice. They respect Missoula, but they need a coach that can call him an asshole, like Ime was doing.
I feel like Missoula gets in their ass a little bit.
He does get in their ass the way that Ime was, though.
You see
Ime would
Grant
do
when
it
he
in the
missed those free
public.
throws?
Yeah, and afterwards they asked him Missoula what happened. He said, "Oh, I told him I loved him and that he should keep shooting." Like,
No, that's not what he was saying. He's
hey,
like, you're
that's what
making it
Missoula
all
said. He
the
said,
fuck about yourself. He's like, you're making it all about your fucking self. You costing the team. I remember watching it. It's like he kept saying like yourself, like yourself to him. Um, I feel of course that's what he's gonna say to the press. Like, yeah, I told him, like just hey, head
"Yeah,"
up,
but
chap.
Ime
Like,
back in the day would have been like, "Yeah, I told him to quit being a fucking dickhead and play the game the right way."
yeah, he was also fucking the president's wife of the team allegedly.
Yeah, good job, Ime. Way to fuck the rest of us over.
Yeah,
Is
just
that
why
really fucking?
he bended me over this fucking desk by not keeping his job as the coach
That's really fucking Rudy Gay, huh?
with the mask. He also has a mask, not just Jalen.
Holy shit! I thought that he just retired.
Yeah, I mean he's like a you know a shell of it who what he
He's a
used to be.
journeyman at this point.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Like he's still in the league, getting minutes somewhere. Like,
Celtics are 8-2 this year. Is it this year on second night of a
yeah,
back to back?
yeah, that's what it is.
It's pretty good. I mean, the odds say you should win this game.
Uh, yeah. Well, how many of those back to backs have been in the last 2 weeks?
Here.
Because I bet you those two losses were in the last 2 weeks.
Mikey Muscala for three.
I really wish the Celtics would learn how to throw passes, but they don't throw them at people's feet. That'd be pretty sweet. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, when Marcus Smart is the best facilitator on this team, and he's not that great. He's not like he's good. He's not great.
Yeah. Also missing three starters tonight, so I don't know how much.
Yeah, but so are the Jazz. Two at
Missing
least.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, two of their best. I
Well,
mean, Al Horford.
that's two of
Nobody's
the
saying
top
Al
players.
Horford's our best player.
Marcus Smart definitely hasn't been our best player lately.
Yeah, I mean, we have our two best players, and we should be blowing this team, be winning at least by
We're
10 points.
blowing this thing out. We were up by 20. We should not be relying on what's going on right now.
They are building back slowly, though.
We should not have to be building back slowly against the Jazz.
Build back better.
Build back better. Jesus Christ. You see, Nikola Jokic has 45 kickball violations this year.
Really?
And the next
That's a
closest guy
super weird
has
stat.
the next closest guy has 17.
Is he just
Because
like
they put Nikola Jokic in the pick and roll and he drops back and they try and throw that pass between him. He just kicks the ball and says, "Okay, we're gonna reset. I don't want to do this anymore."
That's pretty
And I
funny.
love it. He's just like, "Yeah, I'm just too big for this shit."
Celtics are surging back. They're on a 7-0 run, tie ball game. Mike Muscala just kicked the ball. I'm assuming that's why you brought that up.
Yeah, guilty as charged. Oh, yeah.
But
Jason Tatum this year is not a good. He's not a good 3-point shooter in the last 2 years, and he has not been a
Jason
good ISO
Tatum
player. He's been below league average the last 2 years.
from three.
Yeah,
There's no way. I
yeah.
don't buy that.
League average last year was 35.8. I think something like that. He shot 35.4, and this year the league average is 36. He's
That's
shooting like
insane that you told me that.
35.8 or something like that. He's not been good at
Jason
three.
Lamar Tatum.
If that's what his middle name is, then
No,
sure.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
mean,
not.
I don't know. You came up with somebody's middle name on the first one.
Yeah, shit. He's shooting 34.5% from three, which is, I mean, listen, I'm rounding up. He's right on league average. He probably is like, besides Steph Curry and Damian Lillard, the most 3-point shot in the goddamn league.
You say he shot 34 point something percent this year?
Yeah, 34.5.
Well, league average is 36, so even if you round up, he's still below league average.
Oh, yeah, it is 36. You're right. You're right.
So regardless, below league average last year, and if you extrapolate those numbers to a full season, then I can't say round up and he's a league average shooter. Like with the amount that he shoots over a full season, it's not like it's a 5 game stretch where he's below league average and we can
And
round up and he's right there.
last year he shot 35.3. All right, three. Yeah, 35.3.
Yeah, the league average was about 36 last year too. So,
He is technically a below average shooter.
mm-hmm. And for
Nice
the amount that he
pass.
shoots them too, it's not great.
Look at now that the team's out and running, and guess what? Now they're now up 4 points. So
Mm-hmm.
just got to lock down on the other end.
And the Celtics just got what they get an 8 second violation. What the fuck just happened?
Wait, what? How fucking far are you ahead?
21.3 seconds left in the third.
You're like 10 seconds ahead of me.
I missed something. I don't know what I
Come
missed,
on,
but
Missoula. Oh yeah, what the fuck? What happened? Just blew the play dead.
Jazz ball now. So what the
What
fuck?
happened?
What happened?
I know 21 seconds didn't just roll down like that. They didn't get a shot clock violation. What the hell happened?
Hmm.
You know what's slowly becoming my least favorite commercial? The
You got the
Vis
Fubo TV, so
the guy no, yeah, but this is for everything because they're the sponsor of the team. Vistaprint.
brother, I hate every commercial I watch.
Yeah, but it's like
There's never been a good one.
it's like two dudes with the worst Boston accents you ever heard. Three
Oh
technically who are like folding the
God,
t-shirts.
I just want to hang them from the catwalks at the TD Garden
the,
by their ankles.
fucking the TD print the Vistaprint guys.
Oh, it's so fucking bad. So they put any effort in at all.
So yeah. Um yeah, of course do wicked good slice. Like that's the worst commercial ever. Like, it grinds my gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What?
I don't know. Everything.
How about you want to talk? You want to get political? How about the Silicon Bank scandal?
Jesus Christ, dude. That scares the shit out of me because my bank is so much smaller than that. And I
Yeah,
don't know
run
how
on
they're
banks.
making money.
Do you know how a bank works?
Yeah, they get money off of investing your money that you're saving with them into other things and bonds and whatnot. And they get money off of loans and people paying them back for it. So if
Yeah, exactly.
all the people that got all the money start pulling all their money out, and the bank's got no money to give me my money back.
Yeah, especially if they don't have like a reserve that's
Yeah,
a
and that
run,
was the
a
what is
bank
it, the
run.
16th biggest bank in the country or something like that.
Really,
And like
I didn't
my
know
bank is Rockland Federal Credit Union,
that.
which has
Yeah,
like 6 branches. So I'm
sneaky.
kind of scared.
I sneaky think the small banks is actually the best case scenario.
There's no big investors in it, so you don't got to worry about
Exactly.
everybody yanking all their shit at the same time.
Yeah,
Some insider trading shit is what it is.
and it's all FDIC, so you're getting your money back regardless, unless you have crazy money that I don't know about.
Oh, that crazy money.
You have more than $250,000 in the bank.
No, but
Okay,
that's the
then you're
limit for
fine.
insurance, right? Two
That's the
fifty.
federal government will pay you out that much, up to that limit. If your bank like just disappeared tomorrow,
Yeah, it's fucking not great.
Yep.
Pretty not great.
Anyways, that's your getting political segment featuring the Banner Report. What other NBA topics you want to talk about? You got anything
Ja
for me?
Morant got his suspension for 8 games.
Yep,
Like,
he's already missed. He was suspended by the team for 4, 5, 4 or 5.
yeah, yeah, it was 4 total. He served 2 or 3, I think, so far. So he's not going to get the full 8 from the league. He'll finish out the last 5 or 6 or whatever he has left.
They're like, I think they're folding up. Brandon Clark's out for the year. They sat Steven Adams. They got his injury reevaluated. I think they're folding it up.
Yeah, they'll just go into the playoffs with their trying to be healthy as they can be. I mean,
What seed are they?
they're like 3 or 4 or something like that.
Well, they
They
just
were
lost,
2 for a
or no,
while.
they beat the Spurs. They beat the Spurs.
They
They
were 2
almost
for a
lost
while,
them.
and the Kings came back. But the team's still good even without Ja, which is the scary part.
Yeah, I mean they have good parts on their team. Luke Kennard, Desmond Bain.
T-Rex, Desmond Bain. See the fucking size of that guy's arms.
Guy's the
He's got,
strongest
he's got,
pit bull.
he's got a negative wingspan.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
probably why he's
hilarious.
absolutely wet from three.
That is a terrible shot, Brogdon, and that went in. Holy shit.
Memphis is third.
Yep.
Phoenix
Sacramento
is
2.
is 4.5 games behind them. So yeah, they're probably not going to catch them.
Yeah, especially now with Durant being out. Talk about that
Them,
Durant injury. How about that?
yeah, seriously. I mean that ball boy got fired.
That's an old man injury, is what that is.
Well, he fucked it. He rolled his ankle coming down.
Yeah, like, that's an old man thing to do, or a very unathletic thing to do. And he's definitely not unathletic, so he's
Well,
definitely old.
he's not that old. He's 34. He ain't that old.
Hey,
35.
but if you're 34, 35-year old, we're starting to get there.
No, you're not old
You're,
enough in terms
you're
of
a
real
couple
life.
days short of 28 over here.
You're old. You're old in the NBA sense, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why are you taking warm up lay? Why are you taking layup lines before the game, bro? You're 34. You know how to shoot a layup.
I mean, the guy's just trying to warm
Get on
up.
the
Like,
get on the bike, get a sweat in, loosen up,
no, and that's not.
take a couple
That's what you do
mid-range
if you're like.
jumpers.
That's what you do if you're like goddamn Laurie Markkinen. That's not what you do when you're Kevin Leviticus Durant, who's
Hey, I
like
haven't
the
seen Laurie
greatest
Markkinen
offensive
get any
player of all
major
time.
injuries this year. I don't know.
True.
Maybe Kevin Leviticus Durant over here should be taking notes. Big ass shotgun like I'm Laurie Markkinen over here. Oh,
Yeah, no, that
Brogdon's getting
sucks.
injured though.
They're in danger here. They're in like the bottom half of the Western Conference, where it's like all wicked close.
Yeah, it's only got a game or two apart between like 4 to like 8 or 9 or something like that.
Yeah, Malcolm
It's
Brogdon's coming
wild.
off the floor. What the hell happened there?
He's getting taped up. He had a little tweak or something.
Look at that coach's bald ass head.
The Jazz coach? Who's
No, the
coaching the
white
Jazz?
guy, Will Hardy.
Yeah, as the former coach for the former
Yep.
assistant. Damon Stoudemire left, which could be a big thing because he was like one of the guys who could talk to Smart too.
Damon Stoudemire had no reason being that jacked and that old.
Former player.
But congratulations going to who's he going to be the head coach of UConn? No.
Georgia Tech.
Yes. Yep. GT. Yeah.
I'm picking Georgia Tech to win the title next year in my bracket.
Yeah. Who'd you pick this year? We're in the middle of March Madness.
I didn't pick anybody, bro. I watched less March Madness than Patriots this year.
Yeah, of
You know how
course. Me
much
too.
Patriots I
I
watched.
literally didn't start watching college basketball until last week on Wednesday, whenever the hell it started, Thursday.
Didn't even watch it then. I was like, oh, I'll fill out a bracket on Thursday. Then all of a sudden, there was games going on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, all right,
Jesus, Tatum.
I'm filling it out. Yeah, the team is lazy. The team is fucking
Um,
lazy.
I picked Alabama. They have Brandon Clark, the best player in the nation.
I would say he's the second best player in the nation, but he's the best player in the
As
nation
compared
playing in
to
he's the best player in the nation playing in the tournament. That's for
who's
sure.
the best player in the nation?
Scoot Harrison.
Was he play for like the G League Ignite or whatever the fuck?
Yeah,
No, Brandon Clark's a better player.
Scoot Henderson. What I said?
Yeah, you have it right.
I think I said Harrison the first time. What do I know? And that kid's a stud. And then wow, that was a fucking diesel block. Um, obviously Victor is better than both of them.
Is he? I don't know about that.
I do.
I
I've
don't know
watched.
about that.
I've watched the hoop. I know that
I'm
he's
not
playing
sold.
against. He's playing against grown men, not other college kids that are going to be accountants someday. Like,
No, it's not, yeah, but that's not everybody playing with, especially not in the SEC. You know, it'd be
yes,
different if you're playing in the MAC. He's playing in the SEC.
the SEC is a predominantly football
Oh,
conference.
Jesus, what a block. Oh, yeah, but you're forgetting fucking three of the best players of all time came out of an SEC school. Fuck. Two of them. One to be decided. Can you
Oh
guess
man,
what I'm talking about?
Michael Jordan is North
Mm,
Carolina a SEC
no,
school.
they're ACC.
Oh, okay, so greatest of all time, you said. The two of the greatest of all time. Hmm. I don't think LeBron James went to an SEC school. I don't know.
Nope.
I don't think Kobe Bryant went to an SEC school either. Uh,
Kobe Bryant's not two. He's not one of the best players of all time. No, he is. He's just not top 10.
Whether he might be top 10.
Might be, but he ain't. I can name 10
He's the
players
top
better
10.
than
All right, go ahead.
him. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon.
No,
Yeah.
no.
What? You're tripping.
Hakeem is not better than
He's
Kobe.
like maybe the best center of all time, dude. You're out of your mind.
And Kobe's like the second best shooting guard of all time.
I don't know about that.
I don't think Larry Bird's better than
You're
Kobe is.
Jeff. You're definitely tripping then. Like you're out of your mind.
Look at the teams Larry Bird played on. We got to take chip. We got to take the chip competition
Oh
out
yeah,
of it.
fucking Shaquille O'Neal's better than him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So like, if you're gonna hold the team against Larry Bird never played with the guy as good as Shaquille O'Neal.
No, we played with a cast that was much better than the cast of the Lakers. We played with four other Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but you know it's like a top
Four
three, two
Hall
or
of
three
Famers
guys.
versus one? No, two.
He also played with Kobe didn't
Wow.
have nobody.
He played with no. Yeah, I'm not saying he played with nobody.
Lamar
He played with
Odom,
four Hall of Famers who was on crack.
who was on smoking crack. Yeah. I forget how many people I just named. Bill Russell. Oh, Will
Six.
Chamberlain.
So you're at eight right now. There's an argument for two
Kevin
or three of
Garnett.
them. I would definitely put Kobe above Kevin.
No.
Kevin already got one title, and he was with Pierce and Ray Allen to do it.
Yeah, but they never. You want to talk about not putting the team around them?
Yeah,
Anybody? The
yeah.
Timberwolves were horrible for so many years.
And even when the Lakers are horrible, they still wipe the Timberwolves.
Uh,
After Shaq left, and it
yeah,
was just
because the
Kobe
Lakers
there.
were the Lakers were never horrible. What are you talking about? They
After Shaq left, and it was just Kobe. They were not good. They had Swish Parker starting on that team. Like, let's not act like it was a good team.
You're tripping.
They
This is
drafted
revisionist.
Kwame. They drafted Kwame Brown, and we're starting him.
Mush Park is better than Wally Serbiak.
That's definitely wrong.
No, I don't think so. No, Wally Serbiak was pretty good, but not. I mean, come on, we're talking about scraping the bottom of the barrel. Um, so I'm at 9.
That puts him at number
That's the
10.
guy. Kevin Garnett's the guy who has that Kobe mentality.
Yeah, like I said, there's not anybody in the league now that has it. Like the league's changed a lot since then.
Am I forgetting name? Oh, fuck. I want to put Scottie Pippen over him so bad.
No, you can't.
He was the guy who was the. He's just lucky he played on the same team as him. He was the guy who was gonna give Jordan business.
Yeah, everybody was supposed to give Jordan business. Nobody did.
But Pippen was the guy. Like is the guy. Like in practice, even Jordan would tell you that. Like Pippen was always a motherfucker.
The only guy that Jordan said he ever had problems with was Len Bias.
Okay, so Len Bias, bam. Better. Thanks for finishing my list, you dickhead. um,
Next thing you're talking
Giannis is coming
fucking Baylor.
close.
No, see, you're missing one that's easy.
I am. I'm definitely
You're
am. I just
missing the
haven't think.
easiest one that there's no argument.
Give me a hint.
I'm missing two guys actually.
Dirk Nowitzki.
No,
better than Kobe. Yeah, dude.
no,
Dirk Nowitzki's better than Kobe Bryant.
no. Less all-time points.
Huh?
Less all-time in points. Less all-time in assists. Less rings. Less impact on
Less?
the game.
Oh,
Less
less. Less impact? No, dude. He was the guy on 2 championship teams.
one.
2.
One.
Dirk Nowitzki has one.
One.
Yeah, he has one.
Beating Michael
Dwayne
beating
Wade,
no.
Charles Barkley.
You're missing two guys that are playing right now.
What the fuck? Am I
You're
tripping?
missing two guys that are playing right now.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. List complete. Nikola Jokic.
That's
He
the
will
Banger
be
report
better.
right there. Come on now, you can do it.
I said LeBron James.
You did. I'm proud of you.
Chris Paul.
No, absolutely fucking not.
Well, he's a surefire Hall of Famer.
CP0 rings. Yeah, no, get the fuck out of here. Come on now.
This is brutal.
Better
Better than Kobe Bryant. This is. I mean, I think that I'm shooting my argument in the foot by not being able to get players that are better than Kobe Bryant.
I mean, I'm giving you the argument at this point. Like, I'm conceding the argument too. If you can come up,
There's nobody in the league that right now better than Kobe Bryant.
Yes, there's two players.
Besides LeBron James.
There's two more.
I said Giannis.
You did, and that's not one of them. He could be. Down the road, he could be. If he keeps playing the way he's playing now, definitely could be.
James Harden, Russell Westbrook. I'm trying to think of Hall of Famers.
You're blanking on two real big ones.
Who are currently playing in the
Yes.
NBA.
Yes.
Luka Doncic.
No.
I don't we're not chalking Luka Doncic up for anything yet.
Not yet. No, down the road. Once again, if he keeps playing the way he's playing.
Anthony Davis.
Right now. No, sir.
I'm gonna just start naming it top 10. DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan. I love DeMar DeRozan, but no. Come on now, you can do it. I know you can. Our avid listeners are already picking out.
This is brutal.
It is brutal.
Devin Booker.
No, sir. Definitely not Devin Booker.
Do they play the same position?
No.
Joel Embiid.
No.
You
were close with Devin Booker, though. I'll tell you what.
I said Chris Paul. Kevin Durant. Fuck. Yeah, Kevin Durant's better than Kobe Bryant. Yeah.
Okay, and we got one more to go.
Steph Curry.
Oh, there you go. You got
definitely. Those two are definitely better than Kobe. And look, Kevin Durant could be argued, but Steph Curry cannot be argued. He's for sure.
Durant could be argued either.
Yeah.
There we go, Grant. There we fucking go, Grant. Yeah, well, there's a Celtics game going on.
Yeah, it's a 3-point game too, which is nuts. Grant from 3, Schwab. 105-99 going with 6.5 minutes left for me.
Yeah, I'm like 45 seconds ahead of you. I really hope this doesn't come down to like a buzzer beater or something.
We're certainly heading that way. Grant is wet from 3. Hello, Grant Williams has returned.
That's what I was talking about. Like, this is why I didn't want Al to play tonight, because
dude, he's gonna
Al plays tonight, then Grant does not get minutes.
He's gonna get back in the swing of things, and I feel like he's getting it on this run. Yesterday he played well. The game before he won the game, albeit not on the stat sheet. Muscala with the big block. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit of hustle in the defense here, boys.
Probably lock in for the last 5 minutes of the game because he's the only part of the game that matters, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much on par for the league too. It's not just a Celtics
NBA
thing.
I'm not saying it's a Celtics, an NBA thing.
Oh, Luke Cornett for the fucking front iron clanker.
Guy's fucking sick.
I like the look. I mean, I'll give it. The look was clean. Oh, Laurie Mark.
They can swing the ball to me in the corner for 3 too. It'll be a real clean look, but doesn't mean it's fucking going ahead.
Yeah, who's your top 10?
My top 10 right now is Miller Lite, Budweiser.
No, come on, don't fucking skirt the question. I did it, you got to do it. Name 10 players better than Kobe Bryant.
Hey, why you have to put it like that? Why can't I just name top 10 players, huh?
Because they're all better than Kobe Bryant. There's semantics at that point.
Yeah, but it's like uh um obviously you got LeBron, Jordan, Kareem, Steph, KD. Uh
Nobody put redacted 1 or redacted 2 on there, but redacted 1 might have an argument.
yeah, he might. I'm not gonna
Such a
make that
stupid,
argument though, so
such a
he's not gonna be in my
stupid.
top 10.
Yeah, I'm,
So
I'm
how about
literally
that?
not going to be the devil's advocate, guys.
No, that's not happening. Uh Steph. Did I say Steph already? I
Yes.
said Steph already. Um Tim Duncan. Yeah, I put him up there. He had 5 of them things.
Yeah, well,
Same
I
as
don't. You're looking at most championships, then like it's going to be like Bill Russell and then Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, and then LeBron's. You better than LeBron? Like no.
oh yeah, well you also like argue like fucking like who played with Bill Russell all those years. Like you could argue those guys with more titles too, but
Yeah, so like if
um
that's why championships is a flawed mechanic. Like I
no,
don't
it's a
like it.
flawed mechanic to a point. But like with a guy like Tim Duncan, it actually matters because like he wasn't a flashy player. He didn't put up crazy huge numbers every year, but like he was
Yeah, I get it.
always like a great player and he was an integral part to 5 teams.
Yeah, he was the
It's
double on.
weighed differently in different um arguments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got I'm dog shit in the fucking list. Ooh, especially when there's a good game going on. Shaq, fucking Big Diesel, gotta put him up there. I don't think I put Magic and Bird in the top 10.
Wow. Holy fuck. I mean, holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, that's
I
what we call
know,
a fucking hot take. Holy crap.
I know
Why?
they were great,
Yeah.
but they were also the only 2 guys in the '80s worth talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Except the second best player of all time, who's drafted in 1984.
Michael Jordan was not drafted in 1984.
When was he drafted?
19 No, it was '84 because he beat the '86 Celtics was the year that he put it up. No, he drafted in '85 and '86 was the second year.
Hey Siri,
So,
when was Michael
but
Jordan
then
drafted?
Here's an answer from Wikipedia. The Chicago Bulls selected Jordan with the third overall pick of the 1984 NBA draft after
uh,
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, by the
yeah,
way, Hakeem Olajuwon.
yeah, not above Jordan or not even the top 10.
Dude, you're a high on crack. All right, end the list.
I'm telling you, I'm not good at lists.
Hakeem
But
Olajuwon's not a
also,
top 10
like
player in the game.
for you to be top 10 would mean be like if I'm talking to somebody that's never seen a basketball in their life, and I have to describe basketball with 10 players. Like Hakeem is not on that list.
Wow, that's crazy. He's like the prototype of like the back to the back. Well, Kareem is the prototype, but like he was the guy who
Kareem did it
perfected it with
for.
defense.
I think Kareem did it better. Kareem and
Well, yeah,
Russell both
that's
did
why
it
he's on the
better
list
as
ahead of
Wilt.
him. I can't say Russell did it better.
Russell did it better on. He was more athletic. There's a video of Russell jumping over people, like
Damn.
in game, and Russell blocking players over his own player. Like,
It's 111 to 106 right now with 4 minutes left.
yeah. Oh, my list stinks. I hate to break it to you.
I mean, you have Kobe in your top 10,
I think I
is what
might.
you're saying. I mean, listen, he's one of the greatest of all time. I will never take that away from him. But I could. There's just like there's so when I think of all the players in the league, I'd rather have than him
Do you think there's
from time
10
past.
guys?
I might take Jokic over him, and
Mm,
that's crazy to say. But the way, like the thing that guy played and Embiid, like you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping on that, but I feel like those guys' skill sets are just crazy.
shoot Lord Cornette into the sun.
111 to
I would
108.
take Abdul Nader over Luke Cornette as my center.
The Egyptian terror. Never mind. That's a terrible nickname.
Oh, you didn't give it to him.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But it's a troublesome name. Jalen Brown for
Troublesome.
3.
Andre
Damn.
Karolinko had a nice troublesome nickname.
Yeah, but that was cool though. AK-47 assault rifle. Oh, Cornette get absolutely smacked by the clinic. I'm assuming somebody hit a 3-pointer because he just chucked up the tray. Steve, nobody does this anymore. Nobody does this. It's this.
I do 1, 2, 3 every time.
Whenever, and next time we play basketball, on the rare occasion I hit a 3, it's from here on out.
3-0, baby.
Oh my god, I thought Taylor Horton hit the 3, and that's what you were celebrating. Tatum to Jalen to Grant from the corner. Money. He has his stroke, folks. He's arrived. This is the guy that we need.
This is what we need.
When everybody's dead, tired, and can't get a bucket, Grant Williams is open on the corner. You need to be able to rely on that. All right.
Yeah, this game goes a lot differently if you got Al and Rob and Smart. I'd like to see them move the fucking ball though. Like run an offense this possession. Don't just do like fucking one screen, one pass.
Grant has 5 fouls. That's bad. That's troublesome.
You got 2 minutes left in the game. If you close the game out in regulation, then I'm not too worried about it. All right. Well,
Why is Peyton Pritchard in the first row?
troublesome.
Marcus is in the second row.
Marcus probably just doesn't give a shit.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. All right, boys. 114 to 110 with 2 minutes left. To Grant. Back to Tatum. Nobody's really moving. Nobody's really doing anything.
Oh,
Offensive foul on Grant, who just fouled out of the game. Oh my goodness gracious! I don't know how is that a foul on Grant?
defensive foul.
Oh yeah, I was about to be like, how is that an offensive foul? Why did he point the other way?
He pointed the wrong way because he's a fucking idiot. Because refs are stupid and shouldn't have jobs.
That was dumb as hell.
If there's an officiating thing that needs to be replaced by fucking computers, it's NBA.
There's no way they get it right. I mean, that would make the product like unwatchable because there's travels like every play.
Brother. Officiating now is already unwatchable.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. But it's just such a basketball, such like a.
I'd rather yell at a computer that has no bias than yell at fucking Scott Foster, who called fucking the dude that was betting on all the games 150 times.
Yeah, but the game is so like the refs are like the unexplained third team. Like they're always the third team in like the game who influence the outcome.
Their ankles from the rafters, yes.
But like the computer's never going to give you a makeup call, which is so integral.
Because there should never be a makeup call because it's a computer. It's going to get it right the first time. It doesn't need to make a makeup call.
You think there's a lot of dead balls now? It's going to be way worse with the computer.
If it's a computer, it's going to be like, all right, whistle, foul, the other way, go. Who are you going to argue with, the computer?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course they're gonna. Of course
Tatum's gonna have 0 technicals in the game because he's got nobody to yell at. It's gonna be sick.
They're gonna argue to the end of the time. That's just how the NBA is.
Draymond's gonna show up to every fucking arena with a gun to shoot a fucking computer screen.
Like, what if
Have
the
you seen him?
computer
I
is
Am
wrong?
Legend.
There's no such thing as like perfection,
No,
even in
you,
computing
you can't
systems.
do computer for basketball. You can do it for a lot of things. So like baseball, you have the technology to do with baseball. You have the technology to do with football.
Also, the game has been like, I feel like the refs have been such like an evolutionary step in the game, or like the way the refs called the game, because there's things now like the Harden step back comes to mind where that's allowable in the league, but it's like certainly a travel. Like it would.
No,
Like,
it's within the rules.
I know,
You do
but
it if
it's
you do it
not.
right, it's within the rules.
He does no way he does it right every single time.
No, not every time, but you get the benefit. But you get the benefit of the doubt as you become a veteran in the league. Like, how many screens has Bam Adebayo said that are illegal?
Well, that's another thing. Like, yeah, like those are the screens are going to be like it's going to completely revolutionize how the offense is played. Well, they flagrant, give him flagrant one.
Oh boy, I'm
Ew,
gonna
Walker
kill him,
Kessler's ugly as a bastard. His face is too small for his giant head.
brother. I was about to say that he's the most average looking person ever, and then you're over here fucking ragging on the poor
He's
guy.
not average looking. He's got his face is like scrunched, like all down here, and his forehead is like from here to like
The
here.
guy's got a 5 head.
It's insane. Good thing he bricks free throws like a motherfucker, man.
Remember when the Utah Jazz had Donovan Mitchell? That was pretty sweet, right?
Yeah, they were like they were like Western Conference favorites there for a time or a few or two. Him and certainly on his way to be redacted part 3. Rudy Gobert.
Gobert.
He man, what a change of fortune he's had. Stop doing that shit to me, dude.
Mitchell.
All right, so the goddamn Celtics got a 3-pointer. Oh fuck! Just pinch my
Jesus.
fingies.
Fucking Christ. Finish a game, Celtics. One time for me, please.
That goddamn Jazz plus 4.5 is easy money.
That's what I said. I said
You
that
nailed it.
earlier.
You would be cashing in.
I was wrong on the under though because it just hit.
Damn, Jalen with the 3. Don't tell me they come and get a quick 3 back though. I'll be ill. Oh, well, they just got him open. Ah! Oh man, 117 to 116. Minute left. I'm nervous. Steve's not happy or bragging, so I'm thinking bad things are happening. Tatum, tough shot over a good defender. Taylor Horton Tucker with a fucking quick 2. Jazz winning 118 to 117.
I told you I like THT.
I don't.
Guy's fucking nice.
Beat my fucking team.
I would love to have him on the team. Have him come off the bench. I feel like he's like 45 years old.
He's 20. I think he's like
I'm just
literally
looking
20,
at him.
21.
I'm looking at the guy. He looks like he's 45. He plays like he's 45 too.
He's got a bad hairline.
He plays like he's 45. He's like, I'm under control. I'm gonna hit the body, hit the layup, nice and easy. This pass is here. This pass is there.
That's got to be tough to be 20 or 21 years old and have an awful hairline. At least mine lasted until I was 26.
Shave the shit, bro.
Nah.
Also, like, there's hair replacement therapy and shit like that you can use.
And he can afford it.
That's what I'm saying. He has that old man game though too. Grant's
This is
gotta be
when
fucking pissed because he's like actually having a really good game. And then
Tatum should be
it away.
Tatum should be taking over the game.
No, they were playing right. I don't care about Tatum taking over a game. Like you played right. You moved the ball. You got the open shots. That's what happened with that Grant three.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather? I mean, yeah, I guess you're right in theory, but like your
No,
best
you want to
player
move
should
the
be
ball.
taking best the shot, the better. Like you should be setting him up to get the shot.
Steve Kerr hit the one of the game-winning shots in the NBA Finals, not Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're right, but Kobe Bryant's hit game winners. Ray Allen.
He also threw the ball up to Shaq too. Ray Allen hit the one to keep the Miami Heat alive, even though LeBron was on that team.
That's a horrible shot. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I'm
Why? Why?
trying to force a 2-for-1 is what they're trying to do.
Good. Now you're gonna lose the game.
Brother, I'm gonna need you to get cable TV so that you can be on the same level with me.
Let's go! Jalen Brown with a strip of THT, the old man. Get your hairline fixed, idiot. You don't look happy.
No, we're at ad right now. Like,
Oh, he didn't strip him. He just fouled him. He lost the ball.
they didn't call a foul or nothing. You just lost the ball. He didn't do anything particularly impressive on it.
Yikes.
You gave up 17 offensive rebounds tonight, and that's why you're fucking at where you're at because you didn't put any effort in to rebound the ball.
Dom just sent a picture of redacted one in the group chat, and he's like, "This is what the dude who just lost the ball looks like." Taylor Horton Tucker.
No, he does.
Oh man. Well,
There's Danny Ainge back there.
5 seconds left. Down one.
What play are you gonna run? You gonna run the same play you always run? Yeah, you are. Oh, there you go.
Game over. They lose. I'm thinking they lose. They're still setting it up. Oh, this sucks being the person who's behind. Frick. Oh man, I had money on this goddamn game. They just had a win. Ugh. Grant Williams.
This team over the last few weeks has just made me hate basketball.
Can I see a replay? Did he get fouled? Like
No, it wasn't even fucking close. Hit the bottom of the backboard.
he never looked like he was even coming close. He looked like me trying to dunk a basketball.
Should have gone up with the first one, not even pump faked.
Yeah, I hit the bottom of the backboard. Fuck. No, he got swatted. He hit the ball.
That's just embarrassing, but you're up by 20.
That's Tatum should have
And
touched
you
the
lost to
ball.
the Jazz. No, not after that last possession.
Dude, do you think that's the best shot on the floor? Giving it to Grant, who there's two men in the paint?
He
There's no way.
had the second most points in the team
I
tonight.
don't care. I don't care. That's not a good shot though. He's getting the ball. He can't really doesn't have an inside game, and he gets the ball, take it inside on two defenders.
Tatum was shooting like shit all night. That's fucking.
Or
That's just
fine, give it to
incredible.
Jalen. Get it to an offensive option, not a guy who has no inside game.
Grant Williams, 8 of 16 from the field, 7 of 12 from three.
Yes, he does. So all his points are on the outside.
What the fuck is the NBA app? Fuck out of here.
Damn, I didn't hit it. I hit one bet all day. That's an L, folks. Celtics lose 118 to 117 to the Jazz.
Jason Tatum tonight, 4 of 12 shooting. Jalen Brown, 9 of 19. And
Yeah,
you
I
gave
mean,
up 17 offensive rebounds tonight.
yep. That's what happens when your center cannot stay healthy.
No, 17 offensive rebounds is not on the center. 17 offensive rebounds is on the whole team.
All
The
right. I mean,
team
I,
has to
I
come
would
back
say
and
having
get.
the
If you
guy.
know Luke Cornett is your start as your center for most of that game, you know you have to come back and rebound. You know that your guards have to come back on missed shots and help. Like
Offensive rebounds as a whole have been a real issue for this team, giving up too many offensive boards.
it's fucking embarrassing. You can't fucking play that way.
Yeah, man, this team's in bad shape.
This was supposed to be a 6 game road trip to set yourself up for playoffs, better seating maybe, get in a groove, get it going. Tuesday you get the Kings. Like that was supposed to be the hardest game of the road trip, and that's the you haven't set the tone at all. You've won 1 game in the road trip. You
No, aren't
beat
they two
the
and
no
two?
you oh no you beat 2. You beat the Hawks. You know, a
Mm.
really good team. You know, a playoff team in the Hawks, and then you beat the Blazers, who are fighting for a playoff spot. Like, yeah, really good wins. Not at all. That's fucking terrible.
I wouldn't even say those
You
were
should
good
have
wins.
gone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should have gone 5-1 this road trip.
Yeah,
Right now, you're going to be lucky to go 4-2 or 2-4
yeah. I mean, guess what? You're playing a pretty good center in Domantas Sabonis on
on
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So,
It's supposed to be Rob Williams getting back on Tuesday, so you better. Everybody's talking about Rob Williams is the solution, so you better show it.
I do think he'll help on the offensive rebounds because
He'll help
primarily
on, yeah.
Luke Cornett won't be
Defensive
playing.
rebounding percentage is #1 in the league when he plays, and it's like a crazy margin. But sure, you limited offensive rebounds, but what are you going to do on offense? You still going to move the ball, or are you still going to be one pass shot? If you get up big, are you still going to get lazy? Or are you going to keep putting your foot down? Rob Williams doesn't fix those problems.
Is something wrong with Tate? I feel like something's wrong with him.
He just doesn't care about the regular season. He stopped caring. He's tired. He's playing almost 40 minutes a game every night because Joe Mazzulla just takes him out there in games that we aren't going to win anyways. He's a new coach. He's just going to lean on his guys. And
I don't think Tatum not caring is Joe Mazzulla's fault.
no,
You know?
no. But like when you get tired, you really stop caring. When you're tired and it's a fucking game in fucking March versus the whoever you want to call it in the last couple of games, and it's the fourth quarter and you're tired, I'm shooting this 3.
Well,
What's the
I,
coach going
I,
to do about it?
I mean, listen. If you want, like we talked about it earlier, Kobe Bryant was never the guy to do that. This
No.
guy's hero.
Yeah, I
So
mean, like Kobe, like we said, Kobe was everybody's hero, and there's one guy in the league right now that plays Kobe, and that's Giannis.
well then like I don't know. Like all right, fine then. Like I don't want a guy who doesn't want to try. Like I don't want. I'd rather
No,
like get.
no, I want effort every game, and like you see the games where he has a bad shooting night, but he actually puts the effort in because he fills up the rest of the stat sheet where he has 12 rebounds, he has 7, 8 assists. He's playing good defense. You know, might not be shooting the ball well, but he's doing the rest of it. But then you see games like tonight where it's like 4 of 12.
I feel like a guy
Didn't
like
rebound the
Jalen
ball.
Brown tries every game.
He
I
does.
feel like he's close to being that guy who like just when Tatum decided not to show up in the NBA Finals, Jalen Brown showed up,
But
and
then there's also Jalen Brown tries a little too hard sometimes too, though.
I'd actually honestly I'd rather that. I'd rather you try too hard and fucking give it
That's
like
what happened in the finals for both of us.
what do you mean?
Both Tatum and Brown both were trying too hard in the finals, trying to do everything, turn the ball over like a motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jalen was getting plucked. Tatum's was like I don't even know.
Tatum was driving, missing the layups. Missing a layup on the NBA turns into a layup on the other side every time. Just bad
Disappointed.
offense at the end of the game too.
Thoroughly discouraged in this basketball team.
Yeah, it's just not. The offense goes to shit as soon as they get up. They don't know what to do.
They were up 20 points. That makes it hurt.
They're taking pull-up threes with 27 seconds left in the game.
That shot was that was the nail in the coffin. Like, why not try and get a bucket and stop them on the other end? Like, why? What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? That I will blame on Missoula. That's like, what
No,
the
you got
fuck?
to blame Tatum on that one too. Tatum's got to know, hey, a 2-for-1
The coach has to be
doesn't
like,
help you
this is
with
what we're
4
doing.
seconds.
This is the game plan. Set it up.
And I don't hate that last shot either. Like he got a good look. If he just went up with the first one and pump fake it, he would have been fine.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, he
like
did
they're
get
gonna
open.
overplay, Tatum, they're gonna overplay Brown. And that's how you get that open. He came up like he was gonna set the screen, slipped it back, and he was open.
I don't know. You're going up against two of the bigger guys on the team, and one of them's really good at blocking shots. I can see how that's a bad play call.
I can
Even
see a
though he was
bad and a good
open,
play call. I can see a bad and a good play call.
he got open, but he was heading right into Kelly Olynyk and Walker Kessler, and he's not a strong interior finisher, and he's undersized.
I
Like,
mean, he shouldn't have been in that position anyways. You're up by
I mean, he
20.
got open. Like, I can't hate on him for getting open, but it's just like,
No,
I don't know. The inbounder should probably know, like, hey, no, Tatum is getting the ball, or Jalen, or like somebody come get it. Like,
no, the play is for Grant on that. That's why
you,
he slipped that.
yeah, Tatum never came up past half court. You're right.
No, like Tatum sat at half court. It was like come up to set the screen for Tatum so he can get downhill. But then they faked that to slip him backdoor. The play is for Grant on that, and I don't hate that because he's open. But
Maybe that was just good play calling by Will Hardy and the Jazz, like to know that was coming.
well, everybody knows what play they want to run. They want to run the back screen for Tatum coming downhill and let him do whatever he wants to do. But you're 3-2 on a 6-game road trip with your final game on Tuesday, the Kings. You gotta win this one now.
Yeah. Listen, 4-2 sounds a lot better than 3-3.
Yeah, 5-1 is what I expected out of this team on this road trip. Like none of these teams are that good.
This
You
time
shit your
last year, they
pants
were the
against
best team in the
Rockets.
league.
Yeah, we did it in the opposite way this year.
Yeah, we started out the best team in the league for much of the year, and then we fell off, have hit a cliff.
Absolutely disgusting.
Well, I mean, the Kings. You got what is your prediction for the Kings? What do you got for me on that?
I don't even know what to expect from this team anymore. Get a big lead and blow it.
Yeah, I
You're
mean that's
third place in
probably
the East
save
now.
money.
That's what they're saying. You're third in the East now.
In what in the just in the whole conference standings?
Yeah, like you're tied with the 76ers and you're 2 games behind the Bucks.
Yeah,
That's fucking terrible. At this
not
point,
good.
just sit everybody. I don't even care.
I don't
You
know if we.
clinch the
I
playoff
don't know
spot
if that's.
tonight.
I don't know if that's. They clinched it tonight.
Yeah, because the
I
Miami
thought.
lost, so they clinched one tonight.
Okay.
It all came down to that. So they could technically lose out, and everybody else could win out, and you could still make the playoffs.
I don't know if you want to do that because you're basically icing your guys. You guys should be ramping up. They should have rested earlier.
Well, apparently they couldn't rest earlier because Joe Mazzulla doesn't know how to fucking rest a guy. Apparently,
Well,
guy's up a
they
fucking
couldn't
wall.
close. I think not being able to close out games has been their issue all year.
Yeah, well, Joe needs to fucking let the guys sit. If Tatum and Brown give you a 20-something point lead, then they should sit for the rest of the game. I don't care about winning games that much.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That seems like a little much because like we're talking like you could be like out of the playoffs or like a 6 seed. Like you don't want to be that either.
It's fucking. I think we're gonna be in trouble with Mazzulla as the coach.
I think we're in it, buddy. I don't think we're gonna be is the thing. I think we're
Well,
in
I
it.
mean, like we've made it this far with Missoula, but like when the playoffs come, I don't know how well he's gonna do adjusting big game.
Yeah, because every coach you're going against besides Doc Rivers is going to be a good coach, probably generally.
Yeah, him and Bud,
Like I wouldn't want to see him against Nick Nurse.
they're
Nick
not gonna
Nurse is
make
a
the
good
playoffs
coach.
anyways. They're not
The
gonna make the
Raptors?
playoffs anyways. I think the Raptors are like the 12th seed right now. Like they're terrible.
No
They
way.
can't figure their shit out.
They've been a top 5 defensive team since they got Jakob.
We're also top 5 in offense and defensive efficiency, but we're the only team in the league to do that.
Toronto's the 9 seed, and
And so
they're
they're trying to get a
they're
play-in
playing.
spot. Yeah, so they're gonna face the 1 seed, which is gonna be the Bucks. So I'm not really too worried about that.
Well, they
I'm
got to
not gonna see
play
them.
in. They'll probably beat Atlanta. No bullshit. Atlanta's horrific.
Yeah, you got to beat Atlanta and then they play the Bucks and get swept.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want that to happen. I want them to knock down, drag down, fight with the Bucks, and I think they're probably I think they're good enough to take a game against the Bucks. Do not sleep on them. They're not going to win in the series, but they'll take a
an
game.
extra handful of melatonin to sleep on them.
Why?
Jesus
You don't
Christ.
want, what's your beef with the Raptors roster?
They're all the same position. You have
Mm,
Fred Van Vliet and you have a bunch of 6'8" guys that none of them can really shoot and none of them can ball handle.
Poitl's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, they got Poidal. And then, like, what about the rest of their roster? Top to
Uh,
bottom.
so Fred VanVleet's their best offensive option. Then they got OG
Which
Anunoby,
is
who's
all right. There's my beef right there.
OG
If Fred
Anunoby's a
Van Vliet
stud.
is your best offensive option, then you're not going to beat anybody in any series ever.
Pascal Siakam's 26 points a game or whatever,
Yeah,
25
6-man
points a
move.
game.
Hey,
He still gets them.
Pascal Siakam meet Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, but they also are the best. They're like the best. Besides Fred FEV, they're the best defensive team like in the playoffs. They're all defenders. Jakob Poeltl's a rim protector, stud 7-footer.
Giannis is going to eat him alive.
Siakam is big enough and athletic enough and defensive enough to size up. He plays the center spot sometimes. OG Anunoby's
by Giannis.
OG
They're all going
Anunoby
to get
can.
eaten by Giannis.
Yeah, all right. I mean, listen.
And then
I'll bet you right
whichever
now if
one's
they
not
play,
covering Giannis
they'll
is
take a
going to get
game.
Drew or Middleton.
If you're that confident, bet me $25
Also,
right now.
I'll put 50 that they don't take a game against the Bucks if they make it that far.
Yeah, they have to make it. Let's just hold
Yeah.
on to it until we get to that
Yeah.
point. But
If they make
mark
it,
it
I'd
down.
put 50 that they're not going to fucking take a game against the
I'll put 50 on it.
Bucks. Because, like, who's going to – also, on top of that, who's going to cover Brook Lopez?
Yeah, he's a good shooter.
Jakob Pearl's not going to even be in the paint, so you're going to have, what, OG Anunoby protecting the rim against Giannis Antetokounmpo?
But that's the thing.
Okay.
You could have Siakam rotate and all that. You also have Precious
Jakob
Achua.
Pearl is protecting the rim against Giannis Antetokounmpo, and
Dude, I'm telling you, you're talking me into this. I think they could take a game.
I don't think they could at all.
All right, all right. We'll find out, or hopefully that'd be cool. I like to see. I don't think it's going to be an easy series, regardless. I think it's going to be. Well, you think they're going to be a sweep, but
Sweet for the Bucks. The Bucks are just a well-oiled machine. They know what they want to do.
no shit.
only
But
got
that doesn't
better.
mean you can. The Celtics also want to win a championship.
No, but they know what they want to do, as in like their game plan and how they're going to play everybody.
Yeah, it's just have Giannis
Like,
lower his head.
they've been playing together for long enough to know this works, that doesn't work. This is what we're going to do against this
It's the
lineup.
same game plan they've been running since they had the guy.
Yeah.
Have him just like
You brought him a
fucking
championship.
Derrick Henry. Have him like Derrick Henry just into the paint, and then he can either kick it out to the open shooter, or get 16 fouls a game. It's not a hard game plan. Nick Nurse
You're on the
is good enough to
championship,
stop
so-
that. So did
What
Nick
kind of
Nurse.
guy?
Nick Nurse got a championship too.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard.
You had to go through the guy you're talking about.
Did they play the Bucks that year?
Probably not. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember what I ate for lunch. I just said it. I just said it thinking it was true.
I'm going to correct you.
Yeah, just let me slide. Would you fucking Christ?
that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at it. Precious Achua, OG Anunoby. Oh, Scotty Barnes. Jesus, they're definitely taking a game.
Scotty Barnes is going to win you a playoff game.
I don't think you've watched enough Raptors, dude. I'm telling you. Not that I have either, but
Yeah, I mean, world's biggest Toronto fan over here.
I'm not. But like that, I know the players. Fred VanVleet's a good offensive option. Gary
the
Trent
names,
Jr.
too.
Huh?
I know the names too. Doesn't mean they're that good.
All
I
right,
know
let's
who
look 'em
Rudy
up.
Gay is.
So FEV's 19 points, 7 assists, 4 boards, and a block a game. Weirdly enough, that's just even possible.
Defensive stats are fucking weird. I've been telling you, bro. They're
He's
weird.
also 2 steals a game, and he's 2 turnovers a game. He's
What's his
shooting
shooting
40% from the field, 90% from the line, 35% from 3. Scotty Barnes, who's probably going to be, if not already, their best player. 15 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, a block, a steal, 2 turnovers, 45 from the field, 77 from 3, 30%. I mean, 77% from the line. From the free throw line.
77% from threes. 50 points a game.
No wonder he's the best offensive option.
Just doesn't feel like shooting that much.
and 30% from three, which is brutal. OG Anunoby, 17 points a game, 5 boards, 2 assists, a block, 2 steals, 47 from the field, 83 from the line, 38% from three. Pretty good. Not to mention, these guys are all, besides Fred VanVleet, are all top-notch defenders.
Are you gonna look up Giannis's numbers now, or
No, because I know he's, I know him. Like, I get
we're gonna
it. I
look
get it.
up
He's really good.
Drew Holiday's numbers or
Pascal Siakam,
Brooke
24.
Lopez's numbers? Because all three of these guys are way better than anybody you've named.
Yeah, no, I don't know if Drew Holiday's way better than Giannis. Giannis obviously is.
Drew Holiday's getting like 22, like 8 and 8 this year.
He's definitely their best player. He's definitely having the best season.
And he's a
best season on
lockdown
the team.
defender. Like he's
He
a better
is.
defender than anybody on the Raptors.
Better. No, that's not true. He's a better guard defender.
He's a better defender all around than any of the other. Because if you put any of those fucking big boys out on a guard against Drew Holiday, he's gonna eat.
OG Anunoby can size down.
Not against like Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday can size up better than OJ Anunoby can size down. Like, let's be real here.
One of these teams is top five since the All-Star break.
Teams is not like the other.
Is a top 5 defensive team in the NBA, and one of them is not.
Yeah, one of these teams is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the other one does not. So.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with? I know the other team is Giannis. What
you could have a great defense. Giannis is going to go do whatever he wants. We had the best. We had the best defense in the. Like we had one of the best defenses in the history of the NBA in the last half of last season. Giannis went up and put 40 something on our head every night.
That's a fair point.
Do you think the Raptors are going to stop him?
Yeah, guess what? We won the series. Like, I'm just saying they're going to take a game.
Yeah, because they decided the Bucks last year were like, we just don't cover 3-pointers, and Grant Williams is going to hit 8 in Game 7. Like
this team is literally all 3-and-D guys. Like this is this.
Yeah,
team.
but the difference is that this year the Bucks don't give up threes. They give like one of the lowest percentage of 3-point shots in the league.
Pretty sure they gave up a lot of threes to us.
Yeah, that was last year. But what I'm saying is that
Sam Hauser almost beat them.
Well, this year, fucking Celtics are, when they were playing right, the Celtics are different than the Raptors.
I'm saying they could take a game. I'm very confident in it.
I really hope this happens. I need some money.
You're gonna be paying me $50, and you're gonna hate every second of it.
Try to get some of that fucking lawyer money over here.
Is there any universe you think they could take a game?
No.
Why?
Not even close.
What about what I've said is wrong?
Giannis, Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez, and Drew Holiday defensively are going to shut down anything offensively that the Raptors are going to try and do. The Raptors are not going to have any answer for them on offense.
I don't know if that's true.
All right, so Drew Holiday is going to cover what? Fred VanVleet?
Sure.
You think Fred VanVleet's going to get 20 a game on Drew Holiday?
No, but I think he could get 20. I think he could get 20 in a game against Drew Holiday.
Sure, in one game, sure. And then you got Chris Middleton on Pascal Siakam. I think Pascal Siakam's going to get 26 a game on Chris Middleton.
Middleton will not be playing Siakam. He'll be playing Scotty Barnes.
Right,
or he might even have to play Anunoby.
Okay, well, then that means Giannis is going to be on one of those two.
Okay, then that means that leaves like Siakam or Scotty Barnes wide open.
Brooke Lopez on the third one.
And then you have Jakob Poeltl, who's like 18 points a game. Like, I'm telling you.
Poeltl is not winning you a playoff game.
He could. He could.
Sure.
He's averaging 12 points a game, set 13 points a game, 9 boards, 3 assists, a block.
Dominance. Absolute dominance. Like you said, like he's going to stop Giannis. It's the Giannis stopper over there in Toronto.
They're a team of Giannis stoppers.
All right, we're gonna mark it down as the Toronto Raptors are gonna beat the Milwaukee Bucks in the playoffs.
I'm starting to talk myself.
Cody Adams said it himself.
They also have Precious Achiuwa. They're low key, kind of sneaky. They have bench scoring too. Will Barton, Chris Boucher. They're huge.
They're all big, but they all do the same thing, and nobody knows what to do.
Like, I'm telling you, dude. Nick Nurse is I think a top 5 coach in the league.
I think he's not that good.
He's a literal coach of the year winner and a champion.
He's a big whiny boy.
That's every coach. You're shitting me. We're talking about the Bucks and the fucking Raptors, and you're not saying Bud Knowles was the fucking.
I didn't say Bud Knowles wasn't a whiny guy, but he also has Giannis on his team. So like, You can be as whiny as you want. And say, hey, Giannis, go do you. I'm gonna go whine to the refs for 48 minutes.
Budenholzer always looks like he's about to have a stroke in a game because he's yelling so much at the refs.
Nick Nurse always looks like he just saw somebody die.
He does. No,
Like
listen,
every
but
other
he's a good
fucking
coach.
possession, his eyes are wide open, his mouth looks like he's drooling.
By the way, Gary Trent Jr.'s 18 points a game. Like, this team is sneaky really good.
Or you talking yourself into the Toronto Raptors for the finals? Like, I don't.
Dude, I don't even know if I'd want the Celtics team to face the Raptors.
Oh, they would eat the Raptors. What's the record against the Raptors this year?
They lost. The game I can remember, they lost. And that was the Marcus Smart got injured game. But they didn't. They also weren't a stat. Like, they also didn't have Poeltl yet, from what I can remember.
Well, that means they had other guys that they traded from Poyle, right?
Who? Nobody.
I don't know. Who did they trade from? I don't know.
They traded 2 first-round picks for him.
You're the world's biggest Jakob Poyle fan over here. I don't know.
They traded 2 first-round picks. That was the asking price.
Bless you.
I don't know, man. The Raptors, I like them. The thing is, their Dulac is a star. Siakam is close, but he isn't one.
Scotty Barnes is great. I don't know.
He's going to be a top 5 guy in the league, probably. If he can ever figure out how to shoot the 3 ball, buddy.
Celtics lost both.
They won against in January 21st by 2 points. They play him again in April, but I'm trying to. It won't for some reason go back.
I thought we played 4 times against them in a year, but maybe it's only 3.
They beat them in December, 116. We lost one of these matchups, I think.
Oh no, Celtics won both. Sorry,
they won both.
110 on first and 106, 104 on the second.
Okay, damn. I thought they lost one. That must have felt like they lost because Marcus Smart got hurt.
Always a loss.
It was a 2-point win over a team that was bad.
Any other notes on tonight's shit show? Or
no, I'm just looking forward to the play. Just get me to the playoffs at this point. I want to see what this team is made of.
Jason Tatum didn't score in the first, third, or fourth quarter. Had 15 in the second. That was it. Yeah, they got light fire under his ass or something.
That's Kobe's biggest fan right there. Do you think Kobe would ever have a stat? I could bet you.
Kobe's had stat lines worse than that. Kobe's had stat lines in the finals. He had games where he was like 2 for 17, and they're like, "Why aren't you giving the ball to Shaq?" There was a big thing
2 for
that.
17, but like, did he hit from the? He must have got to the line and scored a point. There's a difference between what your shooting percentage and scoring points.
Yeah, but like 2 for 17 with like 10 points. Like, why aren't you passing the ball to Shaq? Why are you airballing jumpers at the end of the game?
That's an interesting stat for all our fans out there. If you can find it, has Kobe ever not scored a point in the fourth quarter of a game that he didn't have to leave because he was injured? Like, obviously, the game he tore his Achilles and went to the line. Even then, he tore his Achilles and went to the line and had a free throw.
Different. He's different. That boy different.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely don't make him like him no more.
No. Shit.
This is a Celtics podcast. You think this would be a Kobe Bryant podcast, but he is such the watermark for like competitiveness in the NBA. It used to be Jordan, but Kobe took that mantle for sure. There's never been anybody.
Yeah, because the new generation, they didn't see Jordan play.
Exactly.
We didn't see Jordan play. We're older than the generation coming in.
I mean, technically we could have because he played in 2003, but I was not.
I was 8.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
I watched no fucking. That's terrible.
All right, I mean that's it. What a fucking bummer of an evening. What a way to kill a night. But I got nothing. Steve, you got anything else you want to talk about? Give us something positive to go out on. Could be about the Celtics or anything.
Off season's coming up.
And that's the Banner Report, guys. Golf season is coming up, folks, and I said something positive. I'm gonna fucking suck it up on the fucking.
The brews are gonna be flowing and the sun's gonna be shining.
Yeah, but so we have that to look forward to. I'll hate I'll love every single minute of me sucking it up at the Ritter. But yeah. All right. We got the Kings on Tuesday. Who knows when you'll hear? They don't have another weekend game. Well, they play the Pacers on Friday. I don't know if we'll have another one then. They play the Jazz again on the 31st. We'll figure this out later, but who knows when the next one will be. Hopefully, we get another one before the playoffs. But that's been episode 2 of the Banner Report. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. I'll try and edit it and get it out tomorrow.
Cool. Peace out, guys.
Later.